Welcome to another episode of Eternal Champions. I'm your host and DM, Michael Travachino. Joining me today at the table are champions Mirthal, played by Ernie.
Hey guys.
Uldil, played by Ash.
Yo.
And Astrios, played by Damien.
What's going on?
Alright guys. Damien, any shoutouts?
Yeah, to release the Snyder Cut. Always. You're gonna push this every episode on everything. I know he's confirmed that it's not done, but the motherfucking shit's gonna happen. I promise you, people.
Yeah, but the runtime, wasn't the runtime 214 minutes?
Yeah, and what does that mean, cousin? That's it could go 300 minutes if it wants to. I don't care.
I'll be
invested.
I'll be in there too. So.
No, just don't be like the ending of the Lord of the Rings. The parts leading up to that were great, but the last part when I got up twice and had to sit back down because it still fucking went going.
Well, come on, man. There were only like
Did we watch the same movie? Because it was them going onto the boat to go to the Grey Havens.
Yes.
In the movie.
No, first after that they went home. Then they all got up, did a little homo, trying to bluff off each other.
He says this right before we're playing D&D.
Hey,
don't you disrespect Lord of the Rings?
Never. It was a great movie, but
No.
Listen, the last hour and a half didn't need to be the ending. You know what I'm saying? It could have been short and sweet.
I'm gonna keep quiet.
All right. So, anyone else have any shoutouts?
Final Fantasy VII Remake. Can come out one time, April 10th, for the love of God.
Woo!
Okay, everyone wants to play Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Yeah.
What about you, Ash? Any shoutouts? Anybody?
No.
Oh, I got one.
Okay.
Hi, Nancy.
Okay. None of this is getting cut out, by the way, so this is all
hope not.
staying in it.
I hope Nancy
as long as you don't dox
listens.
anybody, that's fine. So, it's like Nancy who lives at bleep.
Social Security.
So, let's just jump right into it then.
Yes.
Yep.
Last we left off, you guys had returned to the town. Oh, you guys actually don't know the name of this town, so I'm not going to say the name of the town. You return to Grimnir's town and find it besieged by strange creatures, right? Which you later on learned were to do this black residue of some kind that you had sought to try to find a way to destroy it or maybe nullify it to cure Grimnir's father. Unfortunately, upon return, you discovered Grimnir's father had already succumbed to it and had essentially turned into a monstrosity, no longer living, but not necessarily dead either. After dealing with these monstrosities, Astrios
Bless up.
One.
engaged in combat with Grimnir's younger brother.
I didn't engage in combat.
Not-
He engaged with me.
Engaged him in combat, but it wasn't his fault. Well, it depends on who you ask. It depends on who you ask.
Yo, he disrespected you, ass.
Listen.
And you were swiftly defeated.
Listen.
Swiftly, that wasn't even the word.
The truth
The
is like a
flash?
sword. The truth is like a sword. It pierces through you and it hurts when you hit somebody with the truth. And that's what I did. So I didn't do nothing else but hit him with the truth.
All I know is it reminded me of Blank Man. Slap me and call me Susie. That's literally what that whole part. That whole part is slap me and call me Susie.
And
That's
then he's
what-
like, ah!
Yep. That was very shit. That whole like
That's one too many. Ah! I only did one. Ah! And I was sleeping.
No, that was the thing. He hit me so many times, it might as well have been one.
Yeah, that's it.
Tap.
Thankfully, to the intervention of Grimnir, you were not killed by his brother. What, you want to say something?
No.
No? Okay.
That's him saying.
But you were
Bless up. That's right.
you were brought back from the brink, and then eventually you guys found your way to the tavern, the Night Mother's Tavern, where you guys engage. Well, when I say you guys, I specifically mean Grimnir, Anya, Uldil, and Astrios engaged in a drinking game known as King's Folly.
Love it.
The winner was Grimnir, with
obviously.
with Astrios succumbing to his
I came in
liquid
second, alright?
his liquid libations.
I almost won, but I'm the first loser. Perfect. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody saying you lost. But
No,
everybody saying you won.
No, to me I lost, but to everybody else.
So with the assistance of Uldil, Grimnir, and Mirthal, you were brought to a room where you all retired for the night
Okay.
to awaken the next morning. to set out on your journey.
Alright.
Okay, so we'll go clockwise, starting from me around the table.
Okay.
The morning comes.
The morning comes, and you see an old raven fly into the window. You see Mirthal rotting on parchment with the quill, rolling it up, putting it on the raven's leg, and watching the raven fly away.
So you use the raven as like a carrier pigeon, almost like that type of thing. Okay. Is that it?
That's it.
Can you send me the picture of the things that I can make with that jug? I don't know why I did this.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I don't know why I did this. I don't know who I'm trying not to have listen.
Why did you put your hand? You do realize?
Don't ask.
You realize the mic actually can pick up around it, right?
I know.
I know. Or nearby mics.
Yes, exactly.
Trust me.
All right, I gotta actually have to find it now.
Thank you, sir.
No problem.
I'm in.
Oh, I don't think did I.
But I know I'm just getting up, and I'm, you know, my head kind of hurts a little bit.
I'm gonna say.
There we go.
I'm gonna say, damn. You drank a lot.
I drank more the first time.
Yeah. This is kind of part of the course.
Oh, wait, but who won the drinking game though?
I never win.
Uldil just joined the party. He's causing shit already.
I never win. Since I have a headache, right, and I have this jar, this jug,
yeah,
I'm going to make a gallon of wine.
A gallon of wine.
Yeah.
Okay, you make a gallon. You using one of your magical infusions for the day, right? Or rest, isn't it rest? Right. You create this alchemy jug, and you create a gallon of wine. What do you want to do with this gallon of wine?
Take a swig.
You get the hair of the dog.
That's it.
You take a swig, and the headache starts to go away. Whether this will benefit you later or not, a different story.
I just have, just till it goes away. I'm not trying to get...
To take the edge off, right?
Yes. I'm not trying to go full-blown King's Volley as soon as I wake up. Nah, I'm alright.
Okay. Uldil, what are you doing?
You get ready to head out. You go to the door, open the door, and
No, so you just leave the room. Okay.
I'll meet them in the the lobby in the
Downstairs.
bar. Yeah, downstairs.
Okay. So Uldil, there's no hesitation. Upon waking up, while you're doing your note, while you're making the wine jug, right? Uldil just opens the door and just leaves the room and heads down to the tavern.
And I put on my armor and I go join him.
Okay, you're the last one remaining.
Is there anything that we didn't leave in the room? Is there anything there?
Give me an investigation roll.
Okay. No.
It's like a plus 1,000 from your ass.
Probably. Something like that.
He's super sad.
Apparently it's not body monks.
Wow. He should multi-class into Bard. College of Lore.
That would be good.
At least I'm not pussy and would fight the monk.
At least I fought a long rooms here against his father and not ran that bitch.
I didn't run. I ran to save people.
You obliterated his dad.
Huh?
You obliterated his dad, definitely.
I mean...
Or what was left of his dad.
It's never mean that him killing his own father
Yeah.
and then it was
Exactly. What'd you roll?
8.
8?
All total. 8
So
total.
it takes you a few minutes. You search through the drawers inside the tavern room, or the tavern bedroom, and they're empty. It's very much like a hotel. They don't have anything in there, right? There are hangers there. There's that you can hang your clothes in. I'm not saying that there are hangers here, but like a hotel room, there would be hangers there. There's no clothing or anything for you to take.
Okay. Alright, then I guess I'm getting ready to head downstairs.
Alright, so you join everyone downstairs, and Hrimnir's already down there, right? What are you, when you guys, since you took a little longer time to come down, because you're investigating, these two come to the site of Hrimnir just wolfing down food, like just scarfing it down his gullet.
I'll get a meal as well.
You see Anya walks up to you. What will you be having for breakfast?
Not as much as that, but something to eat whenever you have.
You see Hrimmir's like, you're lost. He he's just wolfing it down. What about you?
Pun intended?
Hmm?
Pun intended?
No,
Okay.
pun's not intended. I completely blanked out on that one.
I'm just gonna say, all right. Well, I'll be right at the door whenever you're ready to head out.
You're not gonna eat, my friend?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Astrios comes downstairs. And as Astrios comes downstairs, Anya comes with a small plate of food. It comes with essentially scrambled eggs, 2 massive sausage links, some fried ham steaks, and 2 big pieces of toast. Almost like French toast style. They're thick slabs of bread.
Sounds delicious.
And she just drops in front of you on the house.
Oh,
Thank you very much.
hi, Anya. Can I have that as well?
And she goes into the back. She smiles
Yes.
and goes into the back.
Here you go. Have something to drink.
He looks at you and he's like,
yeah. Give him the jug.
We ain't never made it to this time.
Oh, we don't make it.
Never. It's gonna be 10 episodes later. Finally, the journey begins.
Is Damien still sleeping?
We fought a dragon and everything.
For real?
Yeah.
So much for you fighting for justice. You're always drunk. His fault.
It all began with a monk.
Yeah, drink away this arm. Oh, man.
Okay, let's continue.
I'm just waiting for my food.
Okay, a few minutes goes by as she brings the food out. And the plate mirrors what is on E's plate, as well as it looks like a smaller version of what Hrimnir had ordered. So basically, this seems like the staple or the usual for this place.
Nice.
And she hands it to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
How much?
On the house.
Oh shit! I'm still gonna give her a gold coin anyway.
So you hand her a gold coin.
As a tip, yeah.
She takes it.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Then I start eating because motherfucker hungry.
So you start scarfing your food down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
So Hrimnir finishes and he comes to a point where he's like licking the plate clean, right? Puts it down, lets out a boisterous belch. That hit the spot.
Yeah. Here, wash it down with
Morning.
some water. And then
You
give her
had
my jug.
the jug?
Yeah, give her my jug.
Oh, God.
11 plus. Let's see what his perception is on his senses.
Watch it. That should be like 19.
Oh.
Oh, 15. Okay, because it's plus 4. Alright, so he rolled a 15, and as soon as he picks up, looks at you, and he drinks it anyway. And he drinks the whole gallon. Puts it down.
Motherfucker, we've been drinking that shit that knocks me unconscious. You think wine is going to be anything but water to him?
After drinking all that stuff that I think will conscious? Yes.
You
It's
forget
still in his
that, you
system.
forget one key thing though. He has something that he has that
That the
hangover
root
cure.
or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
And that's
Well,
where
he
I
still has
forgot
to do a
about that.
Constitution save though.
Okay. I don't even know what you roll.
Epic fail.
Unless you roll.
There's a
for
moment
one.
where he goes,
yeah,
and you can tell like something came up, and he goes,
yeah, motherfucker. That's for the King's volley. Twice.
Oh God.
I still won.
Yeah, whatever. So what do we gotta do in this town?
We gotta get supplies and get a move on.
Anything else? No, I'm talking about the town we're going to. Besides the library or whatever we gotta go see. Didn't he say that? He
Well,
told
you
you had to
guys
go
are
somewhere, right?
you guys are heading to the city of Kingsport.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's where you have to head. It's about a day's travel. You know this already because he told you this previously.
Mhm.
It's through the Fluke Mire Marsh. and you have to go through there, and it's about a day's travel to get there. If you just go straight, it's a day's travel. But that's all he told you.
Right.
Okay. And did he say if you want to come with us, or?
That's what I'm about to get into.
Perfect.
Don't think ill of me. He looks at you in particular.
Okay.
But I'm going to have to withdraw from your expedition.
Alright.
I think, like you said, it's better if I stay here.
Right.
But doesn't mean I'm not going to send help with you. What are you? Wait, E, what are you doing?
Because in my head, I am picturing your answer before you say it.
No,
And
it's not what you
maybe-
think. It's not what you think. He goes,
Okay.
I'll supply you each with a dire wolf to ride through and basic supplies for the journey.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank God.
You're welcome.
I thought you were gonna make a joke and say your brother was coming to us. I would have had to mask.
Well, now that you mention it.
No,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
no.
No. So he looks at you. He's like, I'll deal with him.
Yeah, because my chest still kind of hurts, and my face.
Man,
Yeah,
I
you
was
actually do have there's like a welt right here on your cheek, a black eye in your right
Oh,
eye,
I know he fucked me
and
up.
then like where your chest is, there is an imprint like right in where your sternum is. There's an imprint of his fist there. So like it's almost like it's like in the kindergarten where you made those like clay handprints.
Yeah.
right? It's very much like that in your chest.
I'm gonna fuck him up.
No.
I'm gonna fuck him up. I'm gonna fuck this man up. I'm not saying that out loud, obviously. In my brain,
Yeah,
I already know what I'm gonna do to this man.
it was like John Belushi's character in Jingle All the Way.
I'm gonna fuck him
Get him.
up. I'm gonna fuck him up. Alright.
Okay.
Oh, man.
And Hrimnir gets up from his seat and goes, I'm gonna get those wolves for you.
Is there anything else besides what you told us to do at Kingsport? Is there anything else you might want us to do?
Nothing for me, but if you want, you can explore the city. You're more than welcome to. That is where the Bounty Hunters League is. So if you're looking for some extra coin, you're more than welcome to take a bounty.
Okay.
Just don't get yourself killed.
Okay.
And the libraries.
The Library of
Into
Lyceum
Republic?
is across the ocean, so you're going to have to travel across it.
Perfect.
There are ships there that will easily take you, but they will
Sorry,
cost.
within one night, I forgot. Okay.
It's a long night for you. Shut the fuck up.
No, man.
No, in my brain, I'm saying it. In my brain, I'm saying I've been through all this bullshit.
Hopefully you find the answers you seek there.
Okay. Alright.
You know, when you have need of us, sneak us some word.
I will. And meet me at the stables when you're done gathering whatever supplies you need.
Mm-hmm.
And he gets up and he walks away.
I'm gonna follow him because this is something I want to talk to you real quick.
Okay. So he exits the Night Mother's Tavern, or not Night Wolf's Tavern, and you exit after him shortly after.
Yeah. Hold up. I run to him like, hold on. There's something I need to tell you. Just remember, I know why you're not coming with us. Because you're the king now. You have to stay here, do what you have to do. The one thing I tell you is do not let anybody decide for you what you have to do. You might think that they're smarter than you. They might make better decisions. But at the end of the day, it's your choice. Don't let your brother, don't let the chicken side, don't let anybody tell you what you have to do. Just do you. And if it's wrong, you didn't fail. You just got experience so you could get your success. But it's on you. Remember that.
And he puts a hand on your shoulder, grips tightly, right? It's not like squeezing, but it's like a firm, like almost like a fraternal grab. And he goes, "Thank you. And should you need anything, Great Oak Hollow will have you back."
Can't remember the name, but okay.
There might be one thing I need to ask for you when all this is over. But we'll wait till all this is over.
May
But actually, for
I
that,
have an idea?
might have to be a little one-on-one something.
Oh, with Amon.
For the audience, Astrios
I have
is
no
from-
idea.
Okay.
Oh my god.
It's a dragon! No, it's not. That's just Ash ripping. I know the two can be confusing. Trust me. If I didn't know dragons weren't real, I would have thought it was a dragon too.
Dragons aren't real?
And he lets go of your shoulder,
No.
and he walks away.
I go back inside.
So you head back inside. By this time, while he's talking to him briefly, it's not long. It's like a 5-minute conversation. What are you folks doing? Both Uldil and Mirthal. You just eating breakfast and that's it, or?
Yeah, I ate breakfast, I said my Anya, and then I go meet character's name one more time, I'm sorry.
Uldil.
Uldil.
Think Uldil.
Yeah, that will help. Uldil,
Little Dicky.
you need any supplies before we depart?
Yeah, no, I'm just ready to go.
Alright, so let's head to the stables then.
Alright, let's go.
Okay, so as you guys are leaving, fortunately, your conversation just concluded. They step out as you're about to go in, and you guys almost run into each other, but you stop right short of, like, literally, like, a couple inches.
Oh, hi, guys. You ready?
Yep.
How's that chest treating you?
And, like, you rub it briefly, and you do feel, like, the grooves of his fingers right there along your chest.
It's alright. It's gonna be better soon. Trust me. It's gonna be real better soon.
So, you guys have the ability to go explore the town of, the village of Great Oak Hollow. So,
I mean, does anybody need anything?
No.
Wise, anything? New armor? Anything that?
so you guys are pretty much, that's it? You guys don't want to try to go for any supplies or anything? Potions?
I mean, he
or...
gave us rations, right? Rimjol?
Yeah, he's providing rations when you guys go collect your, what do you call it? The dire wolves he's supplying with you. 3 dire wolves.
Okay. Yeah, we have our adventure pack sale on that. So
And
we
they have
should-
rations as well in them as well. So.
Yeah, I don't even think I have any more money, do I?
I don't recall you guys ever spending any money. Or
No,
very
we
little money. Because most of the time you were with
Yeah.
Rimnir, and Rimnir basically had drinks on him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No,
How do I check how much money I got?
It'll be under the equipment.
It'll be GP.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it says that.
It does. It'll be on the top, right?
Oh,
Wait.
it doesn't say that for me,
It
though.
says 0.
0? Oh, you guys are some...
I'm the only one with cash right
There's
now.
some broke ass people right now.
The new fellas need coin.
I mean, I don't need to get anything. For now.
Okay,
No, I'm good for now.
And how much coin do you have?
13.
13 gold?
Yeah.
That's not bad. You don't need it for anything right now.
Yeah, so.
Since everything's being supplied to you guys.
Yeah, we don't need any healing potions or anything, right? If there is a shop here.
There is a shop here, but it's up to you guys if you want to go try to get some healing potions.
No.
Nothing?
I don't want anything. All we
Okay.
know.
So everyone's in agreement. So that's very quick. Wow. Damn. Those things have to go a little longer. And
No, not right now.
I actually, not gonna lie, I actually have a whole scenario built out if you actually decided to attack Amon before you left. I'm just gonna let you know that. But since you did it, there goes that. Save it for later. And yes, Amon is the name of his brother. Amon Blackmane. That's his younger brother.
He knows his name. It's
Yeah.
right on his chest.
And his forehead. No.
And my eyeballs.
And his lower back.
And my buttocks.
Which he clapped.
That he did.
And so, very quickly, it's almost as if you're following him. Rimnir gets there maybe like 5 minutes before you guys do, because you guys were pretty ready to go at the gate. And Rimnir's there, and he as he signals the stable keep to the stable hand to get the direwolves, you guys show up, and he looks at you. He's like, "That was awfully quick."
We don't have time to waste. The sooner we get out, the sooner we get answers.
Like your haste. As an apology for my brother's poor behavior to you, Astrios, my friend. You see, he takes something from his belt, and he drops a satchel of coins, or a small coin purse on you. It has 100 gold coins. for helping me with my father. He drops another 100 coins for you, Mirthal. And for coming to my friend's aid when they needed you. Stranger, who I barely know. He drops 85 gold coins for you.
So you said we're at the stable already?
Yes, and the direwolves are being brought to you guys.
Is there like a wall right next to me at all?
Yeah, you can just pick a wall there.
Alright. So when you're talking to him, giving him the money, I write something on the wall.
Something we should know, or
You'll see.
Okay.
Yeah, keep
Okay.
going.
so he drops the coin purse of 85 gold coins. So I'll change your character sheet a bit, but remember you have 85 gold coins. You have 100, Astrios. You have 100. He can't add it yet.
Copy.
He won't be able to add it yet because he doesn't have authorization. I have to give it to him later.
Okay.
And then you have 100 as well.
Yeah,
added to what
I
you
added
have.
it.
Okay. So yeah, the stable hand comes with the 3 direwolves, 2 of which you recognize as the ones you've been riding so far. And since you never rode a direwolf, right? He brings a new direwolf. This one is black as night, right? And he looks at you. Premier looks at you and he goes, "Take care of him."
All right, thank you.
And hands the reins to you, and then to Mirthal and to Astrios.
So you gonna get out of here?
Before you finish that, I'm already mounted on our wolf.
You guys all mount your direwolves?
Yep.
Give me an animal handling check, Uldil.
Do I have anything for that?
Uh,
Where do they be on there?
It'd
And
be under
skills.
your skills. You're on the right part.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Switch to the second or third one.
7.
7. The wolf. You said 7.
Yeah.
The wolf at first doesn't seem to take a liking to you until Hrimnir goes up to it and, "Easy, girl. When you're done, come back." And the wolf calms down.
Kind of figured.
And he looks at you guys one last time before you guys set out. Oh, I almost forgot. If you do seek some sort of shelter while going through Fluke Mire, there's a lodge about halfway through your journey. You can find refuge there. But
Okay.
whatever you do at night, do not step outside and do not leave the trail.
Okay.
I give a glance at Astrios and don't say a word.
Uh-oh.
Well, I gotta look at me for? Why are you looking at me?
You're the JB of this campaign.
No, JB's the JB of this campaign. When he's able to join this campaign, it'll be fun.
Oh,
Take care, friends.
you too.
Well. When we leave, wait 2 minutes, and then look at that wall.
Okay. And he just nods at you. And you guys set off.
Okay.
And so he starts tapping his foot, counting the seconds. Right? And then when 120 comes, he looks at what you wrote on the wall. And what does it say?
Your brother is a bitch, and I'm going to kick your ass in King's Valley.
You're not there. You're not there. It's like a movie, right? A TV show before the credits roll. He's like, no, I'm not done. He goes, I would just help you with that. And he walks away. And you didn't hear this, obviously, because you guys are gone by this point. And he walks away. And he goes off to do what he has to do. You guys leave Great Oak Hollow. And you enter what is the beginning of the Fluke Mire Marsh. And it is immediately like night and day compared to the great forest that you guys were in to this swamp, right? And it smells bad, whether it is corpse gas, which is something you're familiar with,
Yes.
right? Given your affinity for a certain person,
Yeah.
you do know the smell of corpse gas, and it's not just corpse gas, it's a mix of corpse gas and the natural decay of just flora as well. And that some of that scent is actually coming from flora too.
Would I notice those scents as well?
Yeah. All of you do, but
Oh.
he notices the scent of death in particular. You guys just know it's a very putrid smell, and it's a very rancid smell.
I smell. You said I smell. What? And what was the second thing that we smelled?
Flowers. Basically,
Oh.
plants, the local plant life.
Ooh. I'm gonna see if there's a plant I recognize that I would be able to make a poison.
Okay,
or
give me
antidote
a
potion.
nature roll. This is a nature roll.
Is that 9 or 6? That's 6 or 9.
That's a none.
Alright, so
Not for the moment.
13.
13. It takes you a few minutes. You're like, guys, wait up. Hold on, I gotta take a look at this. And you start cutting through some of the plants. You see some is just like some moss, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't see anything that could make a poison, but you do find a very rare moss. From where you're from, at least, this moss is very expensive because it's used to make cure-all potions, essentially. Yes,
Nice.
and they're also used to make health potions too if you distill them right as well.
Okay.
So, I was expecting you to do that. So, for now, just keep track that you have about 4 potions worth of this moss.
Damn.
Yes. Lesser potions of this moss.
No matter that.
So lesser healing potions, 1 cure-all potion.
Okay.
It depends on what you want to do with your alchemy kit later.
Okay.
And when I say cure-all, that means, like, say if you are anything but being killed, essentially.
Mhm.
So if you are paralyzed, petrified, right, which could happen, but I'm not saying it's going to happen here, that can happen. Even if there's any sort of mind control, like some sort of charmed effect that's magic or nature-based, that can help you as well.
Awesome.
But you'd have to brew that potion. And you do have an alchemy supply kit, if I'm not mistaken. So.
I just texted to you so I can have it here for right now.
Okay.
Just like I have it on something.
Yeah.
In one, you have a pen here? I have a notebook if you want.
I do not have a pen on me right now.
My bag has a pen somewhere. Oh, there are pencils here too.
I'll take that. Thanks.
That, I don't think works, that red pen.
See, the thing with me is this is going to take a very long time for us to do this campaign. Because at certain times, I like to be very meticulous.
That's fine. I have this entire session's notes, and if we don't finish anything, it'll bleed into the next session.
Alright, so what's the name of the potion? I'm going to use the
It's a
black pages.
4 lesser healing potions, or 1 cure-all potion.
I mean, I'm sorry, not the name of the potion. The moss that you
The
gave me.
moss... I haven't thought of the name of the moss.
Alright, so I'm just going to put...
I'm going to ad-lib it, okay?
Oh,
Drakesbane moss.
oh, wow. Did you really
And
just
it
go
is-
wow? Did you really just go to World of Warcraft on that?
No, wait.
And that's not World of Warcraft.
That's World of Warcraft?
No, it's not.
I just made that on top. And
Oh,
the reason why it's
I
called
promise you it's
Drakesbane...
not.
Oh, I
Don't
thought,
actually-
isn't there something called...
Mandrake.
Oh, Mandrake, there you go.
worry.
Oh, Mandrake's a classic, like,
Yeah.
it's a classic root in general
I know.
for fantasy.
Mhm.
Dragonbane's moss, right? The reason why it's called that,
My World of Warcraft.
it actually looks... You're like, oh, I get some wow now, man. I get some wow. It actually looks like a dragon scale, if that makes sense. But when you touch it, it's as soft as, like, Spanish moss.
That's awesome.
So, yeah.
Okay.
And it actually, when it grows, it actually kind of grows like the way dragon scales overlap. They feather each other.
Oh, that's
like
fire.
that. So this moss, it's like 2 pieces, and they feather each other like that.
Ooh. So you
So-
said I could make either 4
With
lesser
what you
potions?
collected, 4 lesser healing potions,
Mhm.
or 1 cure-all potion. I wasn't expecting him to cut up some forest, so
Okay.
that's the and then moment, sir.
Mm.
Trust me, E used to hate me too sometimes.
I don't hate you.
Cause
Keeps me on my
No,
feet.
it's interesting.
Keeps me on my feet.
I came up with 2 things in the thing that really fucked him. Remember the Pokeball?
Yeah, I know.
The Pokeball.
I called it the Pokeball, but it was a bead.
Nintendo trademark.
It was a bead and what else?
It's a Meteor Force.
The Beetle Force and then something else.
The Thunder Grenades that you homebrew, basically.
Yeah. He's tired, like he's mad.
My buddy Mike was telling me about something called like the Horn of Resounding he had in like one of his campaigns when he played. He played D&D when it like first came out, or, right? But he like his friends used to like actually make sets and everything, miniatures and all that,
Mhm.
and which is what I want to do later. But that's for down the road. once we get our characters established and everything. After we get past this, we're still in the prologue.
Yeah, assuming that we'll all die
before chapter 1 begins.
Yeah.
I almost died before chapter 1. I
Yeah.
almost died before the prologue.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he did. You don't remember?
I lost track of that one now.
You don't remember I didn't want to grab the symbol or nothing like that? And I was
Oh
looking
yeah,
around
that's
like a
right.
retard?
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. Forgot about that. All right, so let's continue.
Mm-hmm.
You do get the Dragon's Bane moss, right? Enough to make the 4 lesser healing potions or the 1 cure-all.
Mm-hmm.
You guys do stop. This takes maybe 10 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. What would you like to do?
Well, I'm keeping it out. He said everything off the path.
Mhm.
It's dangerous.
You did
so-
venture a little bit off, but not much. We're talking the path and then the tree.
And now you know why Mirthal gave him the look
Mm-hmm.
when Ramsal said that. So I'm gonna keep it in the, I'll make sure nothing pops out.
And within this 10 minutes, nothing does pop out.
Mm-hmm.
So, because you guys are just freshly into the Fluke Mire. You're not deep into it.
Okay.
So,
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
continuing. What Uldil, is there anything you want to do?
Just keep trotting.
Okay. So,
Just shout out to Evan. Yeah, keep trotting.
hey, no horsing around you. Evan, we love you. Don't kiss horses anymore.
Evan, I don't love you. Fuck you, Evan.
Wow. Might have to bleep that. No.
Nope.
So, you guys continue along your journey. As you're continuing, what would you like to do?
Well, I'm trying to see the nature around, see if there's other
Give me-
rare things.
Give me a perception roll. Okay, this is what you do. Perception roll or nature roll with advantage? And what about you, Mirthal?
I'm gonna keep making the path. I'm in a no area.
Okay, so you guys are
Trying
riding
to,
in. You guys are about 15 minutes into the journey.
You said perception or
Perception or
Or
nature with advantage. So you would roll nature twice. If you want.
15 for nature.
15.
For nature, yeah, totally.
As you're going along, you're about half an hour into the journey, and you hear some noises coming from the distance. And you also actually see, you're not sure what it is, but far off, right, where there's this bridge, you see something rise up in the water. It's nondescript because the water still conceals it, and it sinks right back down.
So while we're traveling, I see far. How far is where I'm looking?
The bridge is about, from where you guys are, it's about several meters down.
Could this impede our
How much?
progress in any way?
From the size of this thing, it doesn't look like it could cause you any trouble if you stayed on the bridge.
How much meters would be in feet? About, give or take
3.
3 feet.
Yeah, so he's seen about, I would say, if you want to break it down, 12 feet ahead of him. That's how far the bridge is.
Okay.
So it's coming up.
Guys, what the fuck was that? Did you guys see that?
No.
Something. I don't know what came out of the water. Nothing full came out of the water, but something came out of that water.
Well, we're in the swamp.
I didn't see nothing.
We're in a swamp. We're seeing creatures, monsters, all kinds.
I understand. I'm just letting you guys know, because if you didn't see it, I don't want them to surprise you.
I agree. I say we move a little bit quicker through this.
Roll for initiative with disadvantage.
And you saw it where in the water?
Yeah.
And
They
as
just-
you guys are talking and you're
No.
coming up, you do see that this bridge is getting closer, and he keeps pointing to the bridge and the water that it has to cross.
And why do I have a bad feeling if we cross this bridge, something's gonna happen?
It didn't look that menacing. Like, it didn't look hulking that I'm like, oh shit, we need to like go back. But I don't know what part of it I saw. I don't know if that was the whole thing or if that was like a fucking elbow or a kneecap. I don't know what it is.
I grabbed the reins of the narwhal with one hand. I hold my hand out, summon my sword,
So you summon your sword, and there's that distinct howl that comes along with summoning it.
and I hold on tight. I say, "Let's move."
So
Yeah,
I don't
I'll
see
take
any
one.
other rare
So who's-
things though, right? I don't see
No
any rare plants
rare plants or anything. That one thing that you did see was this creature, and you can assume that the sound that you heard could have came from something bubbling up as it rose briefly and then sunk back down into. I mean, this water isn't clear. It's
Mhm.
brackish,
Yeah.
right? And its viscosity is a little thick, right? You could assume that it could be very well like almost like a slurry.
Mm-hmm.
And so as you guys continue, are you taking charge? Who's taking charge towards the bridge?
I'll take point if you want. I'll take
Take a
point.
point.
Yeah.
Okay. As you take point, who's second and who's third?
I'll be. What do you want to do?
Or are you guys riding phalanx where you guys are side by side, or?
Then if you beat a 4, you're second.
14.
Okay, so he's second.
He's second. You're
No. I'll take last. It's fine.
Okay, so he'll
okay.
take the rear, you get second. You guys are riding in a line, and as you're riding up the line, it rises up again, right? And it's a fish that you've seen before,
Okay.
Astrios, but not quite the color, right? This color is like a sickly yellowish brown green type of mix,
Mhm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's something about its eyes that are just off. They're like milky,
Mhm.
right? And it just looks at you guys briefly as you guys are passing by, and then it just sinks back into the water as you guys are crossing the bridge. And as you're crossing the bridge, you do hear something hit the bottom of the bridge with a resounding thud, like a boom, right?
Like that?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's more like a frog. But which is
You still have the frog in, Mike?
yeah, his name's Colonel. And so you hear this resounding thud as something hits the bottom, and then it just this bubbling sound as something sinks back down below, and you guys are crossing the bridge.
What the hell was that?
I have no idea what.
Give me a perception roll, Mirthal, and again, give me a nature roll with advantage.
Natural 20.
Natural 20,
Yeah.
What's the total?
So that's gonna be 21.
21.
Yeah.
Okay, and give me a nature roll, Astrios, with advantage. Uldil, if you want, give me a perception roll. Uldil,
8,
perception roll.
Oh, perception. Sorry.
9, right?
Yes, sir.
Plus what?
Plus 4, 13.
13?
Because you said nature, right?
Yes.
Yeah, 13.
Okay.
16 altogether.
As you guys continue along your journey, you're about an hour's into your journey when you hear something in the distance. It's off the trail, right? It's up ahead. It's off the trail, off to the right,
Mhm.
and you just hear the sound of grunts and steel clanging against something hard. Astrios, you see some more dragon's bane moss. Dragon's bane moss.
Drake's Bane or Dragon's Bane?
Dragons.
Okay.
Dragon's bane's moss. It's a mouthful. DBM. On the tree within the direction that you're looking at. You hear the sound of metal clanging, right? But you don't hear the sounds of grunts like he does. It sounds like someone or something is struggling with something else.
Somebody's having trouble over there, or training.
Whatever that sound was, let's listen to Hamnir's advice and just keep going.
You got it.
You guys are
And
ignoring it?
I wouldn't recommend getting that moss, by the way.
What do you want to do?
Alright. Are you sure? Because I could save us money. I could make potions for this from these moss.
I'm pretty sure we got a whole town that Hamnir can back us up on if we need some discounts or anything, by the way.
Well, he could
Yeah, he
give.
mentioned-
Premier never said he could give you discounts in Kingsport. He said he could help you out if you guys were in.
I mean, the oak, yeah.
Great Ocala.
Yeah.
Yeah, which you guys are about an hour away from now.
I was trying to. I thought I had a spell that did something.
So what's the group decision?
Oh, fuck. Somebody gotta make up something.
How
And
far
as-
is the
as-
moss?
huh?
How far is the moss?
The moss is about 15 feet from the trail, and it's the ground is muddy, but doesn't go into any deep water from what you can see.
And
If we want the moss, we quit about it. Otherwise, we gotta think.
is it worth it getting one cure-all potion and your stuff?
Well, I can make
He
4.
already has enough for 4,
I
and
can
this
make-
looks like a lot more.
I can make 4 lesser potions or 1 cure-all potion just from the little bit that I got.
How good is your stuff?
Hold on. That's actually
It would be at disadvantage because this terrain would be considered difficult.
If you want to know, I'll cover you, but
Not difficult in
Be quick.
moving, but more that it would make noise.
What'd you ask me about? My what? acrobatics.
Stealth?
Stealth.
Oh, my stealth. +2. But I look, and I'm going to look above the trees,
Okay.
stuff like that, just
Give
to
me-
see if I can see people.
Give me a perception. Are you moving? Are you like trying to like make yourself parallel to where the moss is now?
Yeah, like I'm really
Okay.
thinking about going for it, but I want to see around, like if it's
And
crowded.
Right, you were
question,
Yes.
the sound, it was way past the moss?
It was past the moss, right?
Okay.
You can gather that it's about maybe another 30 feet, no, 25 feet from where the moss is.
Okay.
So, because you rolled a natural 20, which is really good, you
Mhm.
were able to pick up on that sense of the grunting of something or someone struggling. It's,
Yeah.
So, but before I try to look within I want to look on the tree trunks themselves to see if I see any markings of somebody trying to climb up a tree.
Give me a perception roll.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
What is that, 30?
Yeah, 5.
You, from what you could see, there are no markings, but that dragon bane moss, right? There is a sheet of it going along this tree from about like beyond what you are, like going from where the branches begin to branch out, right, from the
Mhm.
trunk to literally almost the base, and you know that that is a lot.
I think the DM wants you to go first so you can.
The DM doesn't want you to do shit.
So he can run into an enemy.
No, the DM doesn't want to do anything. The DM is putting temptation in front of
What do I
somebody.
know about this fish?
This fish?
The one that I
You
saw.
know that this fish is harmless. It's equivalent to like our world of sturgeon, right?
Wow.
And it's actually quite a delectable fish, but it looked very sickly from what you gathered. Its eyes were like milking, like you know, like
We're
when
far
someone.
away from that, by the way. And
Yeah,
we're
you got. It's not you. There's no like lake or anything or any body of water where you guys are currently.
Oh, I know. I'm just. There's a method to the madness that always works.
Are you getting the moss from though?
Yeah. If I
Oh,
go towards it.
Something else you notice? You don't hear anything.
At all around here?
There's no nature. There's no crows, birds, or any
Sure, I'll
wildlife or anything.
instantly sort
That, I
out.
forgot to tell you that. Yeah,
Yeah.
you already
There's
had your
no-
sword out, so
That is true, yeah.
so you're good.
Sorry.
But
Habit.
before I go towards it, I look at him.
Mhm.
I tell you, give me spider touch again, or that whatever it is, the
Spider
spider
climb?
move.
Come here.
Okay.
And I talked to that cat's
That expends a slot for you. Okay, so that expends a slot for you. Have spider climb. You can. You're Spider-Man.
I'm gonna
And
climb up a tree.
by doing that, you actually kind of like almost water walk on this muddy terrain. So you're not even making that much noise. It's more like your footfalls are almost like it's like padded, right? And you walk up to this tree, and there is a lot of moss. Like you'd actually have to probably maybe climb a little bit to scrape off the top part of it.
So if anything hostile pops up, I'm gonna Eldritch Blast it.
Okay, so you have Eldritch Blast ready just in case something
Yep,
pops
I
up.
have my sword ready.
Give me a perception roll, by the way. Did you follow him, or are you just where you are?
I'm where I am.
You're still
on
where you
top
are.
of it,
What
yeah.
about you, Uldil? What do you do?
I'm still like behind him last and
Jerking off.
chilling.
So,
Just
you-
waiting for some. You know.
So are you with Mirthal, or are you following?
Well, you see, if he went off, if he's like at the tree and then he's like here, I guess I'll be like behind him. So
Okay,
I'm, like,
so
we're on
he is
proximity,
so
yeah.
he is following you.
Yeah.
Give me a perception roll, Uldil, and give me a perception roll, Astrios. And if you want, since you rolled a natural 20, give me a perception roll as well.
Come, are you fucking kidding me?
Would you?
18.
18. Okay. Would you plus what?
No, it's 18.
Oh, would you roll?
4.
4.
Nine.
You don't quite hear anything. The sounds that you heard earlier are kind of faint. You think you hear them, but you don't know if it's your mind playing tricks on you. Like, did I hear something? I know I heard something earlier, but is it still going on? You can't quite tell. You hear the sounds of grunts and what do you call it? Steel clanging against something hard. And there's actually a distinct moment where you hear like a bzz, like something like that, like a buzz, and then in the distance, like about maybe another, guys are 15, about 20 feet away from where the tree is, where the moss is, like a bright light that erupts and then slowly dies out. And you're at the tree. Do you want to start harvesting this moss? See how much you get from it?
Yep.
Okay.
Wait, just letting you guys know, the sound you heard earlier, I
Yeah.
just heard more to it, and it looks like something or somebody is about 20 feet away from us. So just, be careful.
Alright.
Does he say where I can hear it too?
You can't.
Well,
Oh,
can't
I'm
hear
talking nowhere near them. Alright.
Oh no, he heard you say that. Yeah, he heard you heard him
That's
say.
what I meant. Did I hear him say
Oh, I
that?
thought you meant if you
No,
heard
no,
the
no, no, no,
noises.
no.
Okay,
That's
sorry
right,
about
I
that.
heard him say that.
Yeah, you heard him say that. Give me a nature roll for the harvesting of this moss.
I'm be behind like that with my sword. Just,
Okay.
yeah.
18.
18 plus.
No, 18.
Oh, it's 18. Nice. So you actually harvest all of it, right? And that is a lot. Like, if you didn't even bother making the potions, and you decide to sell it, you can make a nice, pretty coin. You can make in total, on top of what you have now, which is 1 cure-all potion, right? So 1 cure-all potion equals 4 lesser healing potions. You can make in total an additional 9 cure-all potions.
There you go.
So, and if
Good job.
you do sell the raw mats, right, you can make a killing. Because, at least from where you are, this stuff is rare and it's very powerful.
So then I'm able to make 36 small potions?
Small potions, yes.
The thing I heard.
So no, you can in total make 40 small hope potions on top of what you had previously.
Right.
So.
That thing I heard is like shrouded or covered by trees or walls, so I can't see it.
No, so what you heard was literally like the clanging of steel against something hard, and the sounds of grunts, like something or someone struggling with something.
But I can't see from where I'm at.
You can't see from where you are. No, there is somewhat of a. It's not quite a mist or a fog. It's almost like a spore or something. It's like in the these little particulates are in the air that kind of obstruct far vision, but nothing too much.
Yeah, so let's go back on the trail, guys.
Okay. So you guys go back on the trail. You grab your moss. As you guys continue down, you eventually journeying in for about another 12 hours or so, right? So there's 13 hours into the trip, because you guys are sticking to the trail like Grimir said, so there's nothing to really worry about, right? So far. Except for that red herring earlier. You do come across this lodge that he spoke of. This lodge is dilapidated, right? The roof is clearly caved in, right? The door on it, the door is still on it. The shutters that are on the windows are still there, like storm shutters. And the the house seemed to have almost somewhat sunk into the marsh somewhat. It's at a slant, so that the left facing side of its foundation, gave way to the swamp and is somewhat sunk in, but not sinking in.
Okay. How many hours in daylight left?
You guys left in the morning 12, so I would say it's getting close to 8, 9 o'clock p.m.
How long does Spider Walk last?
Oh, it's gone.
It's gone by now. Yeah.
Oh, just now.
Yeah. So, unless there's something you guys want to do, like a perception roll between now and then.
No. Because they want to keep going. If this marsh, I would last 6 campaigns.
It'd be like playing The Witcher 3.
Yeah, pretty much.
So,
I mean, I don't want to rush you. If you want to go explore, you can.
Don't say that. Don't say that, because we won't leave this thing before campaign. Because I just got 40 things. I can make 40 potions out of this. Can you imagine what kind of other shit I could find to make potions? You guys forget my bigger picture in this place. You remember that. Don't make me find certain things and then it's really over.
It's all about the revenge.
Don't forget my mission.
Well, we might as well make camp here. It's about to be nightfall.
Yeah, let's make camp in here.
Okay.
I'm gonna look around in the place, but I'm not going in. I'm gonna look around it to see if I see anything in there.
Give me an investigation roll.
It's nighttime though, clearly now. Right?
Yes. Do you guys want to assist in this investigation roll or anything? Or
actually, I'm gonna assist because I can help him out, and I have dark vision up to 60 feet. So if you need help,
do you want to do an investigation roll yourself or give him advantage?
What's your investigation?
Damn, mine's +4.
I think you should let me do it.
So
I'm
six.
I'm +6.
Okay. Can I assist him in a way?
Advantage.
I'll look
and
further
then
for
your
you.
dark vision will help him see.
Yeah.
Actually.
8? Oh man, that's the best one I've rolled so far.
Advantage.
14. Okay, so 20.
Dirty 20. Gotcha. With the assistance of Uldil, what are you doing in the meantime, Mirthal?
I mean, I'm waiting for them to message me. I have to keep an eye out.
Give me a nature or perception roll. Mirthal.
Okay. 19 altogether.
19 altogether. Damn, nice. Okay, so while they're searching around the house on the outside of its perimeter, or
Yeah.
the lodge is outside perimeter, you spot in the distance, right? And you can't quite believe your eyes at what you see. It's a very luminous flower known as the Tears of Fontis, growing maybe about 15, 20 feet away from where you guys are off the trail, right? And it's right there. And you know that this flower can fetch you at least, if you pick it correctly, 10,000 gold.
Jesus Christ.
Because this is a key component in a substitute material for a spell known as reincarnate.
Oh, damn.
Yes. And you can actually use this flower to make a potion, if you know how to essentially make a reincarnation potion.
I have a quick question.
But you know that, at least from where you're from, making that potion is done by expert alchemists, like people who have literally trained their whole lives to make these types of potions.
I have a question. Now, you said it's about 15, 20 feet?
About 15, 20 feet from where he is. You don't know anything about this flower. You guys are investigating the cabin, right? And so while he sees this flower, you see it, and you don't quite believe it, but you recognize it because it is a very distinct flower. And while Dragon's Bane moss is rare for him, you never heard of Dragon's Bane moss, right? It doesn't grow from where you're from, but this flower grows where you're from, and its value is because of what it can do, and its scarcity makes it something that even collectors want. There are people who actually have these flowers and do nothing with them because of how rare they are. You guys begin to search the outside perimeter of. You guys begin to search the outside perimeter of the cabin, or the lodge rather, and nothing is quite out of place other than the fact that the foundation gave in on this one corner, and that corner kind of made it tilt up a little bit, right? So, from what you can gather, it does seem safe, right? And everything in it is intact. Like, even in its current derelict state, it seems like it does get used by travelers. Because from where you actually go up to it, and you actually pull the door shut, right? Not in it, but while you're outside, and the door does stay shut, and you gather that there is possibly a lock on the inside that you can use to lock the door.
Would there be any kind of magic I could sense or anything around here?
Do you have like a magic sense or any sort of proficiency in Arcana?
I mean, I have the Lantern of Revealing. You said you were going to leave that to me, right?
I did leave it to you. It should be in your items.
So,
you want to use your Lantern of Revealing? So you start using it, and you begin to see footsteps inside it, right? Where it scans, it's almost like a black light, right? And you see footsteps that were just going in and out, right? And you recognize this as some sort of residual Arcana magic doing something with transmutation, perchance, or something like a glamour spell to hide oneself or disguise oneself. And you do notice that there is a fireplace, right? The fireplace is on the side, unfortunately, where the house started sinking in. And there is residual magic that pertains to like the school of evocation, right? And you could tell that someone possibly maybe used evocation to create a fire here magically, where normally a fire would not be able to. Not recently, but
just be on the lookout, Uldil. I sense a little bit of concealment magic here. It's faint, but you never know.
When I say faint, I mean it's been because no one's casted it in quite a while, like maybe several days to a week.
Just be careful. You never know. And there's somebody made a fire here that wasn't supposed to be a fire, from what I can sense. So I just be on the lookout.
All right, and what about you,
Over
Mirthal?
there,
Yeah.
Astrios, you see right over there that glowing flower?
So you came into the house? Because we're in the house still.
Well, I yell for you now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not that harmony now, but
Okay.
let's say they're over there, right? So,
Yeah, they're within earshot. You don't have to shout loud or anything.
that flower there, where I come from, can bring back the dead, and it goes.
Would I know what it is when he points over there? Would I know what it is?
Give me a nature roll. Actually, give me a regular roll. What's that?
Woohoo! Damn. Okay.
What is that?
16.
16. Oh.
Just 16.
Mhm.
It exists within your universe. Now give me a nature roll.
18 total.
18 total.
Mhm.
You do know what it is, and like his reaction, you know what it can do.
No need to say more. I know.
It's kind of far off the path. You know how to
about-
pick it?
It's about 15, 20 feet.
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna use dark vision to look all around up to 60 feet. See
So
if
up to
there's
60
anything
feet,
around.
you
I have dark vision as well, just so you know.
Oh, I didn't even know you have it.
Yeah.
High good or low good?
for what?
High good or low good?
High good.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you know what? To make this interesting, low good.
Okay. It's gonna take me a while to try to pick this. I've heard of it. I haven't seen any besides books.
Let me guess, you rolled high. The one time you want to roll low.
I rolled a natural 20. So
I don't know whether to reward you or punish you.
I've watch.
Okay.
I've seen this in a book, but I've only seen it twice, and I've only heard about it once because it was so rare. People think it's a myth. So we just heard about it, yada yada yada. I looked into details of how to work it vaguely. I can do this, but you guys would need to buy me time because I know of the value and what it could do. I don't want to mess it up.
I have the bat, but first let's get the wolves inside to safety.
Of course.
So, what do you want to do?
Get the wolves inside the hut.
So you get the
safety
wolves inside
and-
the lodge. They fit. This lodge is
Yeah.
huge, right? And if it... Oh, never mind. So if it hadn't sunken into the side,
Mhm.
this would be a nice place to live even, despite the surroundings, of
Yeah.
course.
And then I proceed to guard you along the way.
So when we're going off the trail, before we go off the trail, what does the area look like that we're going to?
And like before, it is mud, right? And then where the flower is, there is like a body of water about 5 feet in diameter, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you can see the bottom. So this water is actually clearer than the brackish water you saw earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, see what you want to do, because I think I have something.
So,
look.
Uldil, what do you want to do in all this?
I was gonna just see past it around to see if there's anything around it, or
So are you gonna go investigate?
no, I mean like using just dark vision, seeing if there's
Okay, give
anything.
me an investigation roll.
Okay.
Or a perception roll, sorry, perception. Would you like to do, Mirthal?
Pretty much the same. So
Did you wanna
I'll
help him?
assist them.
Okay. So, advantage.
Okay.
Okay.
Double 11. What is it for?
Perception.
14.
14. In the distance, about 35, 40 feet away, in the tree, you see the first time, like a sign of some sort of fauna, which is animal life,
Mhm.
right? And it is a raven, right? However, this raven, similar to what you don't see this, but similar to what he saw with the fish, this raven's eyes clouded as well. And there's a moment where you think that its eyes should be like scanning. Its eyes seems to just be floating haphazardly in the socket. Like it's not like attached. And it's just like floating. There's a point where you actually see the back of the eye just go to where the front is, and then it starts to just shift again back to...
Would I have seen that with the fish or no?
No, the
didn't
fish
have that.
didn't have that. The fish only had the milky colored eyes. That's it. I would have told you that.
Guys, I think the animals in this area for something is wrong with them. Sick. Try not to get bit or touched by them.
Why? What are you seeing?
It's a fucked up bird
Just
Where?
Fucked up bird.
in the tree right by the flower.
Not by the flower. 35 feet away from it.
Or away from the flower.
So it's not by the flower. It's away from the flower.
Astrios. Harry. I
How
hope
many
I'm not-
how many people can you do spider walk on?
I only do it one more time. I would rather not use that. Right
No,
now.
okay, that's fine. But
Because you only
how
has one
many
spell
people?
slot until he rests for
Exactly.
another
Well-
8 hours, right?
Yeah, well, short
Oh,
rest.
4 because you're an elf.
Well, yeah, but I
Right.
didn't do a short rest. I'll get that slot if I remember correctly.
Okay. Yeah, no, I thought also
double
because
check.
I thought a long rest is 4 hours anyway because you're an elf.
Yeah,
Because you
it
got the
is.
trance thing.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, that's cool. You don't have to use it now. But how many people? Yet again, how many people can you use it for at once?
That's a good question. Let me check. That is second level. Only one person.
Okay. I guess we make our way towards.
So are
Towards
you
the
all
flower.
going towards the flower, or is it just
Well, I know I'm gonna go.
No,
towards the flower.
I'm going with him. I'm keeping guard. On
how
him.
far from him? Like right next to him, or
Right next to him.
right next to him? So he's right next to you, flanking you essentially on your left side. What about you, Uldil? All for a freaking flower. This is crazy.
I know.
I'll be behind them, but I'll be by them. Yeah.
So you'll be on the right side, left side. You guys are journeying. It's almost like the Fellowship, you know.
Mm.
You know, he's Aragorn, you're Gimli, he's Legolas. You know, you guys are pushing through. Please don't sue us, Tolkien Estate. And so you get to the flower, right? And all of you give me a perception roll.
I'm definitely going to you first.
The fuck is that?
19.
That's if it's a symbol you don't recognize, it might be a natural 20.
What was it, perception?
Yeah.
4.
21 total.
21, nice.
I have 12 in total.
You both notice a sweet smell in the air, right? And knowing what you know about this flower, there are, as a way of knowing that it is the Tierfontis, right? Because there is a mirror flower to it that has a very putrid smell. If it was putrid, then it would not be the Tierfontis. It would be that other flower that is meant to misguide people. This, however, smells sweet. So you do know that it could very well, from what you know, is a Tierfontis. Give me a roll with a d20, by the way. See if you...
Natural 20.
Yo, that's
So
crazy.
it exists in your world
That's
as well.
crazy.
Wow, all three of you are from... Are you guys all from different universes? We never established that yet, or do you want to leave that mystery?
We need that a
I'm
mystery.
leaving
that
it
mystery? Okay.
I got something for that.
Okay, okay.
I have reasons, as you know.
I know.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. So it exists in your universe if you're from a separate universe as well. So all of you are familiar with this flower. I'll give that natural 20 a carryover to this. You recognize it. You don't know really much about it. It's almost like in his world, it's something that's been regarded like as myth and legend almost because of how scarce it is. It's actually more plentiful in his world, but not very much more.
What if we find a way to make it like reproductive and
Like actually,
like make more of it.
you need
could
someone
try.
who has skill in botany, basically.
You could try.
You know how much money we can make?
A lot.
Alright, so we're on the way to the flower, right?
You're on your way.
And
You're
there's,
actually
you said there's water before the flower, right?
5-foot diameter. Like the flower's like almost in the center.
Okay,
Right.
so when we get towards the water, I was like, give me 1 second. I take out of my bag, I
Mhm.
take out a pearl and an owl feather, because I'm going to use identify.
On what?
The water.
In the water? Okay.
On the water. Yeah, I'm going to touch the water, see if there's anything magical or anything in there.
And it's as a ritual, right? You want to spend 10 minutes casting it as a ritual, right? Or do you want
no,
to just...
1 minute. It says 1 minute. Casting time 1 minute.
1 minute? Is it a ritual though, or no?
I don't think so.
Does it say ritual or no?
No, it does not.
I thought it was.
Identify as a ritual.
It
Yeah.
is?
You either cast it right away
Oh, the
in
R
1 minute,
next to it. Kinda,
or you say 10 minutes to cast it.
So do you want to take 10 minutes to cast it, and it won't cost you a spell slot if it does, if you do? Or do you want to just do the 1 minute and...
Nah, we really don't. I really don't want a chance.
Okay, so the 1 minute, you expend the 1 spell slot.
Uh-huh.
And what level is it? 3 or 2?
It should be a first level.
First level, yeah.
Oh, identify was higher up.
No, it's not.
No, I believe it. I'm just saying my memory on these spells. There's so many.
Because in the other editions, it was at third level.
That's
you had
okay. I'm
more
getting confused with
powerful.
previous editions. Then.
Yeah.
This is what happens when you have like someone who's like a 3.5 hardcore player and he goes into
Okay,
like
right.
5e.
Trust me, it's okay.
And
I
so-
was the same way.
You wind up sensing there is magic to this water, right? But what are your so what are you expecting it to be?
I'm just trying to detect if there's
Anything hostile?
Yes.
It's the opposite.
Okay.
And so much so that you actually scoop up the water and you
Drink
it, and your black eye goes away, your welt goes away, and that impression on your chest goes away.
Okay.
You can surmise that the healing properties of this flower have actually permeated into the surrounding water around it, and that is why it is clear, and that is why there is nothing in it, or it seems like nothing is affecting it. So, with that being said, you know that this flower very well is, despite it being in a small body of water, seems to be purifying it.
I'm gonna take out my water can and take some of that water.
You're gonna take your flat. So you empty out your water skin completely, and you get this enough to fill your flat your water skin. So you have healing water now. For now.
Oh, that's so cute. I dropped my jug in there.
So I gain a certain round.
Yeah, you're
I
fine.
want
Yeah.
to make sure I
Well, because I figured that the way rests work, or at least how we'll do it at homebrew,
Yeah.
if your race, like elves for instance, say that a short rest counts as a long rest, and you need a long rest for spells, we're gonna make it so that short rest, or that is a long rest, counts to restoring your spells.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it makes it less convoluted.
It really does.
Yeah,
honestly.
that's why I have the rule about the criticals and everything.
Yeah. I just want to make sure
You
I'm
roll a
not
natural
cheating.
20, you
Won't
roll 2
even-
ones,
won't
and
even
it's
need
like
to jump
4
in.
damage on a
Don't
critical.
do
Get
that.
out of here.
I know, I hate that.
Yeah, that's bullshit. No. Wizards, if you're listening, fix your damn game. Still a good game though. I love it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have bought the dice.
We love you, Wizard. Don't worry about
Wizards are good. Oh, your quality control could need, could use a little
no.
help, but your content, great.
Yeah.
So you see him grab the water skin full of healing water, so you can use that to heal. Don't forget, you will run out eventually if you drink it. It's not like forever.
Yeah.
Imagine if you had the flask from Critical Role.
That would be lovely.
That would be sick. Broken but sick.
Yeah.
So what are you doing?
What's the flask from Critical Role?
Knott's flask, where it's filled with a liquid and it never runs out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he constantly gets drunk, or she constantly gets drunk.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna ask you for a flask as well.
Oh,
Water
you
skin, I'm sorry.
Okay, you fill your water skin. There's still more than enough to fill up another.
I laugh because I go, guys are thinking small. Guys are thinking small, right? Take my jug out. I go, here we go. I've put my jug in there because there's no liquid now. Because this guy drank all of it. There's no liquid in there.
Right.
So I'm putting the healing water in there. Listen, I'm putting it in there because you know what? There's properties from this flower in this water. So I get so much of it. So I could learn, try to decipher what's in these properties of the water.
Don't forget, because
From
it is
the
in the water,
flower.
it's diluted. It's not going to be able to give you like a reincarnation potion.
Oh, no.
But it will have healing properties that you can possibly extrapolate things like certain healing potions from.
Yeah, like I'm going to try to find out the bigger picture here. Like I'm trying to find out what this could do for us. Because if it heals my wounds here, what the fuck can we do?
And those were superficial wounds, so that's why it healed like that.
So imagine what we could, or what I could try to make with some help when we have a sample of this.
Now the question is, you can figure out that whatever is going on with this flower, it is purifying the local area. Do you want to remove it still?
I was right about to get to I was like, guys, now
Sorry, when you say purifying it, what do you mean exactly?
it's
Unlike the rest of the surrounding area where the water is brackish, like it's muddy and dirty and that, the animals look diseased and everything, within this 5-foot radius around this flower in this somewhat pond, essentially, maybe like a small pond, right? There seems to be a contrast of the corruption that was in this area. And he figured out that chances are if he removes it, there goes the healing properties of not your water skins, because you already grabbed that, but maybe the rest of the water that's in there and the area surrounding it. The radius is small, but it just shows how potent this flower is.
I have a question for you, Astrios. If that's the case, will the area expand over time, or is it
Give me a
just
nature
only
roll. Or actually, I'll let you choose, whichever's the higher stat, nature or history. All over a flower, I love it.
they're both exactly the same.
Same? You choose them.
I'll go nature. 18 plus 4, 22.
Okay. You know that it won't expand over time, but what he was getting at with cultivating, you figure that maybe if someone did learn how to cultivate it, they could plant more, and it could very well maybe remedy what is ailing Fluke Mire, perchance. As this is going on, time is going by.
Yeah.
So you guys, it's
Um,
around 9 o'clock right now. You guys arrived at 8. Spent an hour looking around and finding the flower, deciding what to do.
Alright, so we can take this flower, but then we're probably condemning this forest for it to be totally bad. Because whatever's affecting the fish that I saw
Less.
or the water, it's not going to expand. It's going to stay 5 feet right here, but that flower will never be touched. Like, everything around it is purified.
Let's head back to the hut then. We always come back later for the flower.
I mean, I wouldn't you rather get it now? So we can start now? Like,
Okay.
if we can find a way to cultivate this thing and perhaps purify an area, that's just like a wall for basically anything bad in the air, I'm assuming, or in the water. So you could probably plant these in strategic positions so things won't be affected.
Alright, we can do it by all means.
Because we could cure diseases. Animals won't get diseased. Meat won't get diseased. You know, none of this. I mean, I say we should give it a try. Because
Give it a
5
try,
feet of
then.
nothingness,
I trust your judgment. By
You
all means.
cultivate it, or
we're going to try to take it out.
okay. Give me a nature roll with advantage.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to roll again.
16 plus, so that's
4.
a
So
20.
20.
20? Dirty 20. Fine. You are very delicate in handling this, and you actually remove it to the point where you actually take out all the roots as well. So you have not only just the whole flower, but the roots as well. It's almost like a lotus, right?
Mhm.
And you carefully put it away, right? And as soon as you remove it, the water becomes brackish.
Yeah, we gotta go. I think
Okay,
it's
So
time to
the
move.
water
from this
becomes
one.
dirty, and
I'm gonna go up to the cabin.
you guys head back to the cabin.
We
Okay.
rush back to the cabin.
So you guys head back to the cabin,
Mhm.
and your wolves are still there, right? They're still inside the house. You guys actually left them.
Yeah,
When-
this-
When they're walking to the cabin, because I'm gonna be last, I'm gonna look to see about this bird. If
In
it
his
follows
direction?
us. Yes, if it
Give
follows
me-
us.
Give me a perception roll. Does anyone else want to do anything with that, or
I'm rushing him back into the...
okay? So you hurry up.
14.
14. What about
Yeah.
you, Uldil?
Well, like a perception, or what do you mean?
What do you want to do on your way back to the lodge? Like, he's keeping an eye out for this bird that you told him about. What do you want to do? Do you want to try to look for the bird as well, or do you want to just head back to the lodge like Mirthal did?
With like dark vision, just take a glance again, a look through
Okay.
like a 360
Give me
around
advantage roll then.
basically.
No, for 14 it is still, right? I said 14.
14, yeah. It doesn't follow you, but you actually, before you leave the area where the flower is, you do notice about 35 feet away the bird, and then another bird, and then another raven, and another raven, and another raven, and another raven, and another raven. And as he described it, they all look the same. They're not in unison, obviously, but their eyes are they look like they're not attached to the socket anymore, but they're still in there. So like whatever's holding the eye in, right, is no longer holding it, and it's just like rotating like aimlessly.
Okay.
And the only reason why you didn't see the other birds before is because you didn't see the other birds before. With your assistance, he was able to see the other birds.
I'm gonna take.
Or crows, I should say. Sorry. You guys heading back to the lodge?
You better get your ass
Well,
back
you're already
to
in
the
the
crib.
Mirthal's already in the lodge. Already.
I'm in the lodge.
Yeah, he's chilling. He's like getting a fire going. You know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take out my crossbow,
Okay.
put a bow in it, put a bolt in it, and try to shoot a raven.
my god.
Give me a roll.
Try
Give
to
me a roll.
attack it.
Give me a roll. Oh my god.
They're not attacking you. They're just sitting up there.
with advantage.
By the way, you never asked me. I'm heading back over.
Okay. It's like I'm out doing some. You see it, and you automatically go back to the lodge. You're about halfway to the lodge.
And then I'm gonna.
Then the lodge- I'm so done. So you get back into the lodge as he's knocking his crossbow. You actually deadbolt him.
No.
Look what I roll.
Natural 20.
Yep.
Oh, done. Okay.
So your sneak attack gets double too.
Yep.
So one shot and it burned. Go ahead. Enjoy.
But I don't have the intent of killing the bird. That's the thing.
Shot it with an arrow, bro.
But
A crossbow bolt.
Yeah.
But the natural. Okay, let me finish it. I wanted to try to incapacitate this bird so it wouldn't fly away.
Okay.
Trying
Okay,
to capture
just
this
give
bird.
me a damage roll. Just give me a damage roll, please.
You know his friends are all around him, right?
They weren't looking in any direction, obviously. Their heads were just like...
I know you're still kind of new to the rules. Incapacitation normally done with melee.
Like I mentioned
Just
before,
any-
he's a
Oh,
JB
okay.
of this campaign.
JB's the JB.
And then you have,
He plays this campaign eventually.
Like a blunted arrow, that's like the only other way.
That's some shit JB.
Mhm.
Hell yeah.
Oh, it's a horror dragons.
He's like the white people in movies. Oh, what's that sound? I'm gonna go check it out.
1d8 plus 2 d8 d8. Which one's
Times. So,
Which one? This is this one, right? No.
The 8
Yeah.
is the one that looks like
this, like it's a pyramid. A double-sided pyramid.
You may not have one.
Oh, right here.
You should.
This is it right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll that, and then you gotta add your sneak
Times 2.
attack.
Times...
Alright, so I rolled a 1.
Okay, so
So
that's
you rolled a
8
1.
This.
plus 1
8 plus 1, so that's 9.
plus the dexterity modifier,
The fuck?
and then you also
Yeah.
if you're are you using sneak attack or no?
No, I was just gonna shoot.
He doesn't have sneak attack.
Hmm?
He's
Is he
not a
a rogue?
rogue. No, he's a artificer.
Oh, you pure armor.
Yeah, he's pure
I could've
artificer.
sworn-
No.
I'm sorry.
No, it's all good.
Yeah.
If he did multi-class into assassin and then bard
Oh
college lore,
God,
he'd be
man.
broken.
Yeah.
And then just stick with artificer the rest of the way.
Yeah. Is that...
So yeah, I have 1d4 plus 2. No, 1d8
So 8,
plus 2.
so 9.
So 1 plus 2 is 3. And then.
So
Wow.
12 points of damage. So,
Mhm.
you knock this crossbow bolt, you fire it, and luckily because your intent is not to kill it, you hit this thing and you hit its wing, right? As it's like rustling it, and the bolt hits the wing and it goes flying to the tree behind it, and this thing gets pinned to this tree, and it's still alive, but it's like squawking like for dear life, and all the ravens that were crows that were there, they turn their heads to the sound. And then this thing's fighting so much, it actually begins to pick at its wing to the point where it actually starts tearing away at the sinew and the joints that are holding its wing to its body. And it just slops into the water. And as it slops into the water below, something rises up and just consumes it and just slowly drags it down to the bottom.
It was actually a bad idea.
Are you still out there?
I'm running. I see that shit. I'm out. I go, guys, I think we gotta go. We gotta go. Now.
And when you say that, right? You realize there's no one with you. You are by yourself, about 20 feet away from the cabin.
I'm
and
out.
You just run, and as you're running, you just hear you just sound like all of a sudden you start hearing all around.
Why did you have to do that?
And you get
There
to
was a reason why I was
the
there.
lodge. What do? You slam the door behind. What do you do?
I don't even say. We need to leave now.
We can't.
Leave. You went
This
stay
is
in the
the
cabin.
safest place.
What are you gonna run? You're gonna outrun birds?
Give me a perception roll.
I mean, direwolves can't outrun whatever's
I'll
about
be
to
back.
come out from the fucking
You
water.
guys discuss amongst yourselves what you want to do. I need to use the restroom.
Okay, so perception roll.
Yes, all of you roll perception rolls. Damien with advantage because he was the last one.
Natural 20, by the way.
Oh
Just
my
so
God.
you know, 21. You come back.
Jeez, everybody's rolling nat 20s and shit now.
I wish someone had that.
Natural 20 as well.
Get the fuck out of here. Let me get a natural 1.
You
Yeah, come on, come on.
I got a natural 1!
Did
you really?
Nah,
No, 14. 16 total. Imagine I got a natural
So
1.
me already did natural 20s.
So we the truth, that's why.
Listen,
What?
because there was a reason.
I know you wanted to collect it for specimen and test it and this and that for
No. I wanted to collect to see if people were looking at us. Because this is the second time I see Milky Eyes, but there's move now. And he didn't move closer. So the reason why I thought it was he didn't move closer because of the flower. But he didn't move at all. The raven didn't move at all after we took away the
So you
flower.
think it's like a spy being used by
Right. That's my
I
thing.
mean-
Now, I'm talking to you outside of the game right now.
Yeah,
but
I know.
This is what I'm thinking. Because his eyes are moving. What
Yeah,
kind of shit causes somebody's eyes to be out of their sockets and just move around?
Well, that would mean whatever is affecting the swamp in general.
See, but that's what I'm trying to figure out. If they're used
But
as
then-
spies to look at us because
But
they
here's the
didn't
thing,
even move.
though, right? If it's being controlled, you're proving to whoever's watching that you're hostile towards it. And if this area is just known for being dangerous, That means it's not controlled by a person. It's something that's been there for a long period.
That's what I'm gonna try to identify.
Well,
Yeah, but-
all I know is I want to clap your cheek.
That's what I wanted to try to figure out. I wanted to grab this bird and try to see if there was
Yeah.
anything.
So right now we have the house shut. This is the only safe spot until the daytime. Cause otherwise we'll be out in the open with all the creatures. According to
Have you seen that bird movie or
Yeah.
Resident Evil?
Yes, I see.
You
all of them.
remember what the crows did?
Yeah.
Both
That's
birds.
essentially what might happen to us.
Both birds. Both birds.
They go kamikaze to the sky.
All I know is I'm happy I did not spend the second spell slot I have. Because we might need it. And just so you know, if I have to, I'm teleporting with the wolf out here. Not so. Oh, man.
Yeah, I bust some ass at work today.
For real?
I'm so tired. I broke down like 17 pallets of truck.
Oh, damn, that's
Okay.
a lot.
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
No, that's in.
No, I didn't say that's not that bad to that. I'm looking at this.
That's a lot. It's like that's a lot. What do you do?
Manager at CVS.
Okay.
We got a lot of Eastern already.
Yeah.
So we storing it in the back. Valentine's stuff. Summer. Some summer
Jesus.
too already.
God damn.
Just moving boxes left and right like this. Throwing in a trailer.
Yeah, I know. I do the same thing but with machinery parts.
Wait, where you work at?
Caterpillar.
Caterpillar?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
HOP machinery. You
Oh.
know the Caterpillar construction machines?
Okay.
Yeah, so we build them, we fix them. We're the only dealer in New York and Connecticut.
You heard what I told him?
What?
I was like, oh, you remember that scene in Resident Evil with the crows attacking them in
The
buses
bus
and
in
stuff?
Resident Evil 3.
Mhm.
Yeah.
This is gonna happen. They got a kamikaze to the cabin one by one.
It's funny how art imitates life sometimes, and life imitates art.
How can I check that out, Ian?
Check it out, boss. Alchemist mouse?
So yeah, I guess he slams the door shut, and
he
I'm inside
slams-
like,
okay, so
what happened?
You guys, he slams the door shut, and because I know you rolled natural 20. What about you, Damien?
17, 16?
16.
16.
Well,
Okay.
do we hear the squawking?
Oh yeah, you hear the squawking, and then you hear. Let me actually do a roll for the Raven.
We should get some different.
Natural 20. Look, natural 20.
Oh,
Natural
God.
20.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
You guys have to look.
It equals a
That
20's
was,
out.
that was a perception roll for the Ravens.
Oh,
They
no.
sensed what, based off of the vibration of the bolt flying through the air and where it came from, they were able to pinpoint where the bolt was coming from and are flying towards you guys. With your perception rolls, you hear the sound of fluttering wings and squawking of ravens, and they're just flying fast towards your direction. Where the
Okay,
lodge is.
the shutters are closed sight.
Okay, the shutters are closed.
The door is closed sight. Is there any other way in?
The roof.
Oh my
The
god.
ceiling
Is
is caved in, but it's a 2-story house, so you guys are on the ground floor.
Mm-hmm.
So there is the ceiling of, which is the floor of the second floor, is above you guys, which is not caved in.
Wait, I got a question.
Yes.
I'm gonna check I don't know why, if there's like mud, but you never know. I'm gonna check the floor underneath us, see if there's maybe a trap door or something like that, aside some shit.
Give me an investigation roll.
Ooh, 17.
Nice.
17 plus.
Skills. 4, 21.
21.
21.
So,
Or anything floor nearby, I guess.
Yeah,
floor,
so
side,
as you're-
whatever.
as they're closing the doors, getting the shutters ready and everything, and closing the shutters, you begin looking inside. You find what looks like a tattered runner of sorts, which is like a long rug, right? And you throw it off because you notice that there's like a indent in it, right? And you throw it off, and there is a door that opens to what could be a cellar.
Oh.
However, it's on the side that is uplifted, so the cellar wasn't really deep. It was more like the crawl space beneath the house, underneath the house. So there's only maybe a crawl space of 3 feet.
To the cellar.
It's not a cellar. It's like a crawl space. It's a door that goes, like a latch that goes into the crawl space.
So basically, you ever have fixed anything underneath the house?
Yeah, you could
Okay.
fix it and something
Yeah.
like that.
Can we all fit or no?
Hell no. Not by the way that sounds.
It'd be
Yeah.
really tight fit.
We're
And-
not fitting the dire wolves in there.
From
The dire wolves would not fit
Yeah.
whatsoever. You guys might, but not
So
the dire
from
wolves.
running, from where I'm running to when
You're
I got
in.
into the house.
You're in.
No.
You're in. You're in.
How far was that?
20 feet.
As soon as I'm done with the shutters and all that, I concentrate and I'm casting Fairy Fire.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you remember what Fairy Fire does?
Yeah, 100% I do.
Okay,
Mhm.
so there's a reason.
Yeah, I know why I didn't doing it, but never mind.
Yeah. What?
Nothing.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
not saying it.
Okay, so fairy fire. Where are you casting? Because it does have a radius.
I'm gonna cast it right next to the cellar door. So essentially, it's in the middle of the house on the bottom floor.
Well, the cellar door isn't in the middle. It's on the far.
Oh, so I want to put it
left
somewhere
corner.
in the middle, so I have a radius of almost the whole house.
Okay.
Because I'm essentially wanting to see. It's gonna be like an alarm system
Okay.
because they light up when they're around the house.
Right.
So that way we know where they are.
Okay.
So even though you guys can see them, there's some things you can't see, but Fairy Fire will let us know where it is.
So this is the lodge. The ground floor of the lodge is pretty big, so the fairy fire won't be able to cover everything,
It's alright.
but it'll cover the center area that you're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
So as you're doing this, you start actually hearing, right? Is there any other preparations that you guys want to do? Because you guys did roll natural 20s. I'll give you some more leeway with the time.
Honestly, I have my white mat ready, and
You have your sword at the ready?
Yeah.
Now, you mentioned we have a ceiling above us.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how many exits to go up, though, to the other spot?
There's a hallway, right?
Uh-huh.
That half of it's kind of like sunken in, right?
Yeah.
And a flight of stairs, which is also crooked, that goes up.
So the only getting.
And there's a back door, but the back door is closed and it's sunken in. Like there's like literally like that much space to get in, but nothing.
So
can
if
fit
they're flying through the roof,
they would fly. In theory, they would fly through the roof if they're flying in. But again, you can assume that these things are very well blind because the way that their eyes are responding.
Mm-hmm. So what I'm gonna do is if they get in, first hostile one, Elder's Lab before it gets close to us.
Okay.
Try and get rid of it.
So you have Eldritch Blast at the ready.
Yes.
What about you, Uldil? What are you doing?
I have my sword ready.
You have your sword at the ready.
Yeah.
What about you, Mirthal? You casted not Mirthal, sorry, Astrios. You casted Fairy Fire. Is there anything else you want to do?
But we still have our wolves.
Yeah,
They're
well,
inside.
that's why I'm not going down. That's why I'm saying up here. I'm not letting them wolves die.
Is there like a bathroom or something real fast that's around?
You don't have enough time to investigate that, unfortunately. Do you want to try to take up some of your time?
Cause no, I'm just gonna sit down like, guys, you gotta give me a couple minutes, and then I take out my alchemy kit, and I take out a couple of dragon bane scales.
Okay. Well, it's gonna take a while to make those, by the way.
That's fine.
Okay. Give me a intelligence roll.
Cause I can always stop
Yeah, you can.
if
you
I
can.
need to. I can always stop.
And you have a lot of dragon's bane, so.
Yeah, that is true.
I'm gonna use dragon bane equivalent to make
Well,
12 lesser potions.
Okay, that's gonna take some time to make, but get a start on it now.
so yeah, your intelligence modifier.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's 13 plus what would it be?
Just
Skills,
your
right?
intelligence modifier.
No, abilities, right?
Yeah.
17 total.
17 total.
Yeah.
You begin working, and you're experienced with these lesser healing potions, so your fingers are more nimble and more dexterous. So you're grinding away with the mortar and pestle. You're actually filling up the vials with the appropriate measurements by eye, but you've done this so many times that you got this, and you actually start taking out some water from your skin and you start to pour it in. That's enough. That's all you could do at the time being, as just the entire lodge is assailed from every direction. At least not every direction, but from the front, right where the door is and the windows and the shutters are. Boom, 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 boom. They just start barraging, crashing in.
Did I make any? How many did I make?
You didn't make any. You're
I didn't make
prepping
any?
them.
Okay.
Yeah, you've got the ingredients in there. You start pouring the waters into the first 4.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, it's like an hour per potion. Isn't it?
Yeah, but he rolled
Yeah.
good, so
I'm not gonna use the water from the water skin.
no, just you're gonna use the
I'm
water
gonna
from
use
the.
some water. I'm gonna use the first 3 potions are gonna have the water from my alchemy jug,
Okay.
and then everything else is gonna have the water skin.
Okay. So
The
3 you're gonna
first
use.
three. The
First
first three.
So you pour the first 3 of the jug, and then 1 from the water skin for the 4th one, and that's what you got up to. Combat hasn't begun yet because they haven't gotten to you guys yet, but they're just bashing in, and you start hearing the sound of the shutter from the window shutters start to splinter because they're not as thick as this door. This door is like a huge slab of wood protecting it.
All the sounds that we heard, we have an idea how many?
What doesn't fairy fire hit them or no?
No,
They're
it's
too far
too
outside.
far out.
Okay.
Because again, it's a big lodge. It's big.
Okay. No,
you
no,
guys
just-
aren't you guys aren't cramped up in the small area.
I have a question.
But if any do come up to like from the 2nd floor or anything, you'll be able to detect that.
I have a question.
Yes.
Besides this front door, is there another way out?
The back door, but there's very little room.
There's a little room like you'd have to start digging out like dirt and mud to get through.
Is there a kitchen or an oven?
You'd
or
have
some
to
sort?
investigate.
Huh?
You'd have to investigate.
I'm gonna do it in the meantime.
Give me an investigation roll. What
If
are you
there's
doing?
any like
Like
oven or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm at and ready. in
What are you
case
doing?
something
Just
gets
holding
me.
Eldritch Blast?
Yep.
You want to know how many, right?
Yeah.
Give me a perception roll.
Okay.
Would that be perception? Yeah, it'd be perception.
What am I doing?
Investigation.
19 total.
19
nice.
total.
Damn. Good rolls tonight. Yay.
No,
Yeah,
not
very
good, but they got good rolls. I don't got good rolls.
You've been doing decent now.
Yeah.
When they count it,
Yeah, exactly. Word.
you got it.
So you can estimate that there might be up to like 30. Yeah, it's a murder. It's a murder of crows.
Yeah, it might be our burger.
You start looking in the house. You find the bathroom he was kind of questioning me about, right? And the only thing in the bathroom is a half-broken sink, right? Or vanity, sorry, and a tub, like a complete like iron tub with the feet on it. And then you do find a kitchen, but there's nothing that resembles like a like what we know as a stove or oven, but there is like a wood burning stove in there, and an icebox of some kind.
Wait, what do you mean icebox?
An icebox, like
Oh.
something it's like a old fashioned refrigerator of sorts.
Now, that oven, what does it produce? Just fire, or how does it?
It's a wood burning stove.
It's
So
a
you
wood
would
burning
throw
stove?
wood in the bottom part of it, and you would light the wood on fire, and it generates heat that you would cook stuff on top of.
That's fire.
What are you doing now? Oh, you're doing the potions, right?
I haven't made any so far yet, right?
You give me a roll.
This is what are we doing with it?
Intelligence, sorry.
New Gucci. 18 total.
18 total?
Yeah.
Nice. So you start pouring more water into the other ones. Again, these potions take a while to make.
Mm-hmm.
So, the reason why you're moving as hastily as you are is because of how well you're rolling. And you haven't gotten into combat yet, so time doesn't exactly flow like combat does.
Yeah.
Perfect.
What are you doing?
I'm still holding the Eldritch Blast.
Still holding Eldritch Blast?
come in.
Okay, you have it aimed at the door, the window? What do you have?
Well, right now the shutters are splintering, so
Yeah.
right now it's that way.
Oh, okay. What about you? You're investigating. You do find some extra. You actually find some bedrooms as well.
Hey, Mirthal,
Yes.
you can't. Does he have the ability to summon anything or no?
You have to ask him.
When you wanna know?
But what can you do?
I condense the water in the air and make an armor for myself. I make.
No, but does it have to be water property, or it could be like
I'll turn the air into ice around me.
you can do stuff like that.
Yeah, but it's only gonna work if they hit me.
All right. So this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna get the stove going. I want you to put gas in there.
He can't put gas in the air. That's
Why not?
He can't. He doesn't have that ability.
No,
He just told
He
me
doesn't have grease.
Ice,
No,
ice,
he
ice,
can make
ice.
ice.
No, but he can't put gas.
No,
No.
he can make.
I want to blow this fucker up.
No,
What
a
the
wood
fuck?
burning stove doesn't work like that.
What the fuck?
No, there's a pipe that goes out.
When all goes to hell, the birds are all in, and we're trying to make a quick escape. They all die.
Do you have anything that's equivalent to that?
I don't see no other choice of fighting 30 birds.
I mean, you have oil on you? I might have oil on me. We can ignite that if we run out.
His jug could have created oil, but he has
Yeah, I
water
know,
in there.
but But I
How
wouldn't
should
know
we should
that.
take on these birds? I'm trying to think.
I wouldn't know that. No.
It's not 1 or 2 or 5. It's 30. And they might have something that
And remember,
can give you something.
that one bow shot, that one crossbow shot,
Pretty much took it out.
it took it out. So these things can go easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But do we know anything else? As in, like, if they touch you or bite you or what you can, you
No.
know.
We'll
That's
find
why-
out the hard way.
That's why I threw the fairy fire out. So we can know if they get
And
near
speaking
us.
of which, you do sense that above you, and you can hear it now too. The fairy fire did trigger,
Oh,
and
they're
you can
here.
hear like the sound of like little talons like digging into the wood, and like pecking into the wood.
They have to make a roll, right? If I remember correctly. Hold on, let me see.
You guys
I
want
believe
to?
so.
You guys want to sacrifice a wolf?
I'm so done.
No.
Watch, sacrifice the black one when Mir comes back.
Oh yeah, you gotta
He
make
looks
any creature in the
Otherwise,
area
we'll
when
make
the
this
spell is
bomb even
cast
longer.
is
Mhm.
also outlined in the light. If it fails a dex throw for the duration, objects and affected creatures shed dim light in a 10-foot radius.
Okay.
Wait, guys.
What's the save?
14.
6. They again, it. You see the dim light comes through the cracks in the floor. Right, you can tell that they're up there.
And they see it too.
Yes, they see it as well.
You'll be able to see it. So I go, look guys, I can see the monsters, and now you can. So this might help us a little bit. I just need more time. Let me finish these as fast as I can, and then I'm here.
Okay.
Do you need me to roll again for my potion making, or no?
Yes, give me a roll. And as you guys are doing this,
And you said it's nature, right?
Huh?
You said nature.
yes, nature.
14 total.
14 total.
Yeah.
You finish pouring the water, and now you start beginning slowly for the first 3. You begin to slowly mix the other reagents in it,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't quite have a potion yet, but it's slowly getting there. Again, you're not in combat yet, soft combat rather.
Mhm.
So time's moving differently.
So now let me ask you a question.
Yes.
The water.
Yes.
The water that we use.
Yes. You do see a reaction with the Dragon's Bane,
That's what I wanted to know.
and it's a bit of a volatile reaction.
Uh-huh.
There's like a bubbling with the Dragon's Bane, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this red foam begins to like bubble up from the moss, right? And as it spills onto the floor, you and you like wipe it away. The wood that it touches looks brand new. Like the worn and gnarled wood of the floor, right? It looks like if it was just laid down. The wood itself, the floorboard looks like it was just laid down freshly, and has not aged. It seems.
I'm
And
gonna.
as that is
Okay.
going on, you have to make a dex save.
Balls. That doesn't count.
Even though I wish it did, because that was a natural one.
I wanna
It's. I don't know if that was natural one. It was cocked almost. I'll roll again. 4. Okay, 4. I need you guys to. No, you guys. Give me a perception roll. You already see this. Are you back from your investigation?
Yeah, I wanna cast Divine Sense.
Divine sense.
Yeah, but
Okay.
he sees the birds too, right?
Yeah, yeah.
The
You all
fairy
see.
fire?
Yeah. The ones that are
Perception,
above
say,
you.
right?
Yes.
Perception.
Mm-hmm.
14.
You stop for a second. Something takes away your attention, and you just see just like a wave of fire, about a 15-foot cone radius of fire, ignite the air. Let's see. They take. That's 8, 10 plus what? 10 plus 6, so it's 16 points of fire damage. About half of the birds are all ignited, right? And you just start hearing do 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 and dying caws of these ravens as they hit the ground, and some of them splash, and then you can only guess past images of what you saw before. You don't necessarily see it because you can't, but you get that like image in your head, that psychosomatic type of ghost feel of like something just grabbing these things into the water. And the assailing stops for a second, and then you just start hearing the sound of fluttering wings heading towards where the fire is coming from. What do you guys do?
I'm gonna cast. I wanna cast Divine Sense on these guys.
Okay, what does your divine sense do?
I'm gonna detect any celestial fiend or undead, if they're undead or not, or what I can assume. I don't know. See what kind of creature
Just celestial fiend or undead?
You can detect good and evil until the end of your next turn. You can sense anything affected by the hollow spell or know the location. Or hold on.
There is something associated with evil, but you can't quite tell what. It's evil, specifically evil.
No.
That's proficiency, no?
Oh, I know, but I just hit something.
What's the exact wording for?
The person strong senses like a knife is a powerful. Okay, as an action, you can open your way to set the.
Give me a second.
Yeah, so I know the location. I also, the type.
Oh.
Celestial, fiend, or undead of any being whose presence you
They
sense.
are not celestial, fiend, or undead.
They're not?
They are not celestial, fiend, or undead.
What's your radius on that?
That is 60 feet.
That's enough. But
that thing that casts the fire.
no, not undead either.
Okay. Sorry, I figured out expanding your information gathered in there.
Yeah, it's all good.
I mean, these things are blind. They go off sound. I mean, I found some bedrooms. We can lay low there.
And you notice that the ones that, there's maybe about 15 left, not even 5 are above you. There are about 10 left.
Okay.
And they're heading towards the direction of where this fire is coming from.
I'm gonna open up the shutter a little bit to try and get a look.
You got
at
dark
what
vision, right?
now? Yeah.
Give me a perception roll.
That's a 17.
17 plus, or is that just 17?
Total.
Altogether?
Yeah.
You see this bright light, this being swung, and it. Let me see if it actually strikes. Yeah, it strikes. Okay, and cleaves 3 of the birds in half, and there's someone outside, a humanoid figure, from what you can tell, fighting these things, and you briefly get glimpses of this person or thing's face because of the light that is illuminated from what you can assume is its weapon, right? And the light that's illuminating it reveals that the features look elvish, right? But that's all you can gather.
I'm gonna go out and help him.
Okay, you open the door and you go out. There are 7 of these ravens left, and you can clearly see this thing.
I slash, and my energy goes out.
So Eldritch Blast?
Eldritch Blast.
Okay, give me a roll. Attack roll.
So that's a 16 plus.
You hit. You don't worry, that hits. Yeah, these things don't have a high AC, and they die really easy.
Perfect.
Yeah, so that's an 8 plus...
8?
Bear with me 1 second. I'm sorry.
Hurry the.
I forgot what my Eldritch Blast damage is.
Of course you did.
Oh yeah. Sorry. 12 force damage.
12?
Yeah.
You literally leave 1 raven left. That's there. There are still 5 above you guys, above the house or the lodge. But the other 7 that were going towards them, 3 of the 10, 3 were cleaved by this mysterious individual, and then you took out the other 6 with your Eldritch Blast because it just shoots as a wave, right? Just obliterates them.
Like a moonlight slash.
Yeah, exactly. Like Moonlight Greatsword from Dark Souls. Yeah. And what's it? Zangetsu.
Yeah.
Yeah, from Bleach. And you, there's literally 1 raven left, and this raven begins to actually start fluttering away. What are you guys doing?
I hear him leave, right?
Yeah, you hear him leave, and you hear like the signature.
Am I done making at least the first 3 potions?
Give me a roll.
Gotcha. 12.
12?
Yeah.
You get 1 done.
Perfect.
Right? But it doesn't look like a healing potion. It looks like something else, but you don't know what.
It's still that red color and all that?
It's a very bright red color, and there's a bit of like almost like a froth to like the top of it that it's just like bubbling constantly. What are you doing in the meantime? You see this, like, these birds just get like obliterated from each side, and like the last one begins to fall.
I'll head outside.
Okay. And you see, as you head outside is when he casts his when Mirthal casts his Eldritch Blast, and you see the figure illuminated by the blade of his weapon, which you see is what could be, you would assume is a longsword of some kind, right? And it is his features are elvish, right? He has an eye patch over his right eye, right? He has like some nicks and cuts on the side of his face, and he's wearing black armor that is accented with off black. If that makes sense, like it's almost like almost a grayish, right? But this guy seems to be wearing black.
How are the wolves? Are they bugging out?
They were barking for a while. Yeah, sorry, they were barking, but they stayed inside. They listened to you. They did not do anything unless you guys commanded them to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're well trained and they are obedient. Again, these are wolves that Grim Mire gave you, so you can surmise that they were chosen by him because they were his best. What about you, Mirthal? What are you doing? You see this figure now that with his blade that's glowing bright, as bright as the sun.
Ruinous.
Evening.
How are you? That boy is our combo.
It seems like I'm faring better than you, lads.
Thanks for the help there.
Not a problem.
Mirthal, what's your name?
And you see he deactivates his blade, and the blade actually goes into the hilt, right? And it's just a sword hilt. And he sheaths it. He looks at you and he goes, Aiden Blackridge.
I make my great sword disappear in the air at reading.
Ah. War mage or possibly a hex blade. Oh, I can figure that out later. Oh, well then. Pleasure. I don't see too many of you around here. And you stepped out?
No, I'm still making potions.
You're still making potions? Okay. Do you step out? Or
Yeah.
You stepped out? And who goes there?
Hey, how you doing? Uldil.
Aiden Blackridge. I assume you all together.
Yeah, did that happen to be you a couple hours ago, making that noise in the forest back there?
Couple hours ago? No, I did encounter some Carcosan worms about 12, 13 hours ago.
Yeah, I think that was you then. Off to the side, I heard some steel clinging and all that.
No, and you didn't come to my aid. I see how it is. I'll remember that.
We didn't know you were
14
hostile or
insight,
not.
by the way.
I'm not
Insight?
risking it.
What'd you roll?
Yeah, 14.
14 insight?
Yeah, what the hell is he? He knows too much about me. I gotta figure him
You
out
can tell, you just, not just insight, you actually look on his persons.
now.
And you actually notice behind him, he has a horse, right? And on the horse is this corpse of what you can only assume could be the thing referred to as a Carcosan worm, because it is a long, and I mean long, about 6.5 feet long worm, like almost like a tapeworm is what it would resemble, right? On the back of his horse, cut into two so it could fit. And so you notice this.
What are these things in the forest, and why do they look like they're infected?
Oh well, that could be to the natural aura of that thing on my horse called a Carcosan worm. And are you outside or are you still inside? Still inside? Give me a roll on your potions, by the way. 2 rolls, actually. So,
First one was 17, and the second one was 21.
oh, nice. You actually finished the 3 Dragon's Bane. They all look the same, by the way. They have that bubbling thing, right? So they don't look like healing potions. They're potion question mark.
Okay.
You'd have to identify them later, maybe by testing them out somehow. How you test them is up to you. And you do finish. How many were you making? 16, you said? Or 12? You managed to make 8, so you have 3 plus 8. You have 1 more potion you're still working on. Because you guys never enter combat, so time is moving differently.
Yeah.
And since he was rolling good, and I think taking an hour on each potion when you're an expert is a little absurd.
I agree.
So, again, this is going to be a very homebrew campaign based off of how I think it would move a little faster. Just to keep things going. Because, working on potion, that's all you did that day. Oh, jeez, I wish I was more productive. Making shit that'll keep my party alive. You see this, and you see that after he tells you that, what's your response?
Are you one of the bounty hunters that I heard about?
Are you talking about the Kingsport League?
Yes.
Yeah, of sorts. I do have a job in this area. Why? I didn't recognize you. Are you with them at all?
I'm new in town.
Alright, because I was about to say bounty sniping is against League policies.
No.
Okay.
And I want to try and take their kill if I did. I'm sorry.
Oh, this isn't my kill. This is the bait.
What are you trying to kill?
That fully grown.
Wow.
But since you're not other bounty hunters,
Mm-hmm.
you're not here, but you two are. Give me a roll, actually, while he's talking to them.
This is a nature roll?
Yeah, for your last potion.
13 total.
13? You managed to get it done. You have 9 lesser healing potions and 3 question mark potions. I know what those question mark potions do, but you don't at the current moment. I mean, I wouldn't mind some help with this bounty if you wouldn't mind helping me.
And,
There will be gold compensation, of course. I'll split the bounty between the two of you.
what does that seem 3 months?
I
Well,
only see 2. And you see he kind of reaches for, he reaches for the hilt.
That's it. I promise.
You don't get to live as long as I do to trust the word of a stranger.
Well, I put away my weapon as soon as you came. If I meant you harm, it would already been done. And I would not have told you about my friend in the cabin.
Insight. Where's his insight? Oh my god. Oh, there it is. That's 14. He rolled a 14 on his insight on you.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to reveal? Like, are you really trying to hide anything? Or are you
No,
just...
I'm telling him
straightforward?
we have our friends in the hut, our mounts are there, and we mean you no harm. If I want to hurt you, it would already been done. We would already ambushed you. You have no reason to fear us.
Would you mind bringing him out here then?
I'll ask him to come out. I can't guarantee he will. He's kind of
I'll
that's
suffice.
his whole thing.
That'll suffice.
let me just...
Astrios,
Okay, what do you...
we have
let me
a
just
friend.
Give me an insight.
I don't know. You gotta yell loud. I'm kind of in the bathroom. No, I'm kind of just making potions.
Yeah.
I'm about to be done, but I'm making potions.
You can assume that I want to put everybody's
17 in
ears
total.
out.
17?
Yeah, I yell for you.
Like what he rolled, what Mirthal rolled, you do notice the thing that he refers to as a Carcosan worm. Both of you give me history checks on that term of a
Now, when I
Carcosan
hear
worm.
him yell,
Yes.
0.
A 0?
20.
Yeah. 1 minus
30,
1.
20? Give me just a natural 20 roll.
7.
7?
Sorry, that 20.
You have heard of Carcosan worms before, but they were always told in stories of folklore and myth and popular fiction, referring to the ancient land of Carcosa. The ancient land of Carcosa was, at least as far as you know, does not exist, right? It wasn't even a myth. It was something that you thought was just creative writing or fiction, right? That Carcosa was this very lush and verdant area full of vegetation and life, and that it was inhabited by the people of Carcosa, and that they followed a deity known as the Great Shepherd, and that there were creatures there that were violent, that they would often have to contest with, known as Carcosan worms. And from what you can see, that kind of matches the description. There was never any actual picture of it, but based off of the words that were used to describe it, that does match the description of what you can imagine a Carcosan worm would look like. Would you roll? 0?
0.
You've never heard of a Carcosan worm before. This is the first time you have ever heard of it. You don't even... Yeah, what's a Carcosan worm?
Yeah, I have no
What are
clue,
these
yeah.
things doing here, though? Why are they tainting with the land and stuff?
Well, you see, I am a part of the Bounty Hunters League, and I was tasked with killing a fully grown Carcosan worm. You see, these creatures aren't native to these lands. They came during the Grand Concomitants, and when that happened, they decided to stay, unlike many of the other monsters.
Okay.
And so they tend to be a problem. They are very much what infected these birds. You needn't worry, though. They only affect creatures of small stature. So, unless you're a halfling or a gnome in disguise.
I'm gonna go over to one of those birds and pick one up.
You pick it up?
Yeah.
Pick up one of the birds that are scorched, or which ones?
Not scorched, just one that's still body intact. Is just
Okay, so
dead.
one of the ones he probably
Yeah.
killed, right?
Yeah.
Because that was force damage.
Yeah.
So it's concussed. It was like the bones are broken,
Yeah.
but it's still in peace, like in one piece.
I'm gonna bring it over to Astrios.
So you bring it to Astrios. Astrios is. what are you
I'm
doing?
running out the house because all I hear him is yell for me. I
So
don't
he
know
runs
why.
out
Well,
as
you-
yeah,
you
so
actually
you-
want a bird,
so
has a
as he
friend.
picks
I'm
up
gonna
the
give you a
bird, you run out the house and you see that this stranger there talking with your two compatriots, and he stops to look at you as you pick up the bird. He stops to look. And I assume you're the third companion.
I need your help. Come on. I don't even really. I say yep, and I just keep walking. I do about business.
I do.
Don't worry, I'll pass it on to them.
Well,
Uldil, you have my
the
back.
business proposition. Okay, let's wait for them.
We have another guy there.
Another guy.
Said he's a friend. Guy said he's a friend, right?
Wait, where?
You met the guy. You just met the guy.
Oh,
Aiden.
Aiden.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So whatever his name is, whatever.
Uh-huh.
So
You don't know his
Listen.
name, but
listen. This potion.
Yeah.
When a little bit fell on the wood when I was making this potion,
Okay.
it cured the wood. Like the wood was brand new. Like it looked like they just put it in today.
Is that the mystery one you
yeah,
mentioned?
one of the
Okay.
instruments.
So I'm gonna throw it into this water. I'm gonna see what happens.
Your water in your urn?
No,
or-
no,
No, you're talking about the
Water.
5 foot thing
The
that
five-
that was
the-
bleached.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
20 feet away from the. Okay.
So I'm gonna throw this.
All right, let's go.
Let's see what happens. And I'm gonna throw it.
Okay, so
Right
you step
into the
outside.
water.
As you step out, excuse me.
Yeah.
We told Mire him.
Oh, the compatriot who I do not know his name.
Oh.
Yes.
I do have a business proposition for you.
I'll get there. Just give me 1 second.
All right, so while you go off, he begins to discuss it with you, and you go with your go.
Yeah.
Uldil is going with Astrios.
Yeah. My friend there to know eccentric, but he's good at what he does.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
So that business proposition,
Mm-hmm.
the bounty's quite high, and I would split it amongst the three of you evenly.
Okay. Now, when and you have any idea where?
Tomorrow
If we
morning,
choose.
and we'd have to journey into Fluke Mire. I know where,
Mm-hmm.
but it would take about half a day.
Happening, coming perilous, I'm assuming.
I have managed to find the safest route, which isn't exactly a safe route. It's safer than the unsafe route,
Mm-hmm.
if that makes sense.
It does. It does.
And if it helps, with the three of you, that's about 1,500 each. There's this one in particular,
Mm-hmm.
there's a bounty on its head for a reason.
Mm-hmm. It's such
It ain't the same as that 10K flower though.
a...
All right.
Ah, shit. That's gonna be an 8.
Oh no!
Oh,
no,
okay.
I was just opening.
I was gonna have some later anyway to celebrate reaching the 600 streams.
All right, so we can pour that
But
out.
not
We can
yet,
do that
not
on
yet.
our break.
On break. We'll
On
break.
break.
So you wrote insight. How much insight?
8.
8.
Yeah.
You can tell from what you gathered previously, he's not lying, and he's not lying about the gold amount, but he doesn't seem forthright, or at least not upfront about why it has a bounty. He just said that it has a bounty on its head for a good reason. Didn't say exactly why though, and he seems somewhat apprehensive of revealing why.
Okay, between you and me,
Mm-hmm.
how many attempts have failed on this thing?
Everyone.
And how many times is that what you say?
He takes out the bounty posting, right?
Mhm.
And it's actually written on very old parchment. Like the parchment's about maybe 10, 15 years old.
Perfect.
Okay. I'm willing. But I'm gonna run it by my compatriot first.
by all means, and
And
If
we're
there's-
all missing here tonight,
if
so...
it helps, I can supply potions as well. I do have quite a few in reserve.
Wait,
We're probably gonna need it if we're going up against a creature of
Yeah,
It's
that's
sad,
disgusting. They definitely hurt.
It's about. What was that?
No, he
What?
while he live, he said some crazy,
Mhm.
and these can pick up very low talk.
Oh, so when I re-listen to this, it's
Yeah.
gonna
Oh.
You cut that out.
be- Wait, what did you say?
No. We'll tell you
tell
during
me
the break.
on the
We'll tell
break.
you during the
Okay.
break. Oh,
Speaking of which, let's take our break now before
Okay.
you decide to throw that potion into the lake. So we will be back in a few minutes, folks. Actually, for you, it'll probably feel like maybe like a few seconds, but for us, it'll be a few minutes. All right. Thank you for listening. We'll see you in a bit, guys. And we're back. All right, guys. So
Did you
we'll
miss
pick
it?
up. Yes, they did miss. Oh wait, did you guys miss us? Please let us know. Email us at neonnightsfm@gmail.com. For all
let
your
us know on
questions
Twitter.
pertaining to Eternal Knights. Eternal Knights. Wow. Eternal Champions. I think it's something else entirely. That's if Eternal Champions. If you guys wipe on this next encounter, but we'll see.
Eternal Night sounds like a porno. You trying to?
Wait, what? Nah, let's not. Let's
trying
not
to do a
do.
porno.
Let's not derail. Let's not derail. Let's go. So last we left off, you guys were assailed by these a murder of crows, essentially.
Because
And-
of somebody.
Yeah, because somebody
Oh, I'm
shot.
sorry. Did you get hurt?
No, because me and this
We
other
could've,
guy handled it.
Because all of a sudden,
Okay.
as things were looking somewhat dire because they were breaking through the storm shutters, right?
Thank God it wasn't a monk.
A
I
you
hope
you
it's
were
rolled up
saved
water
by
and
an
thrown at
individual
you first.
from the Bounty Hunters League of Kingsport, known as Aiden Blackridge, right? He offered Mirthal a chance at some gold, 1,500 for each of you. You guys don't know that because you guys, and when I say you guys, I mean Astrios and Uldil went off to test out one of the question mark potions he had created during their time while they were being accosted by these strange raven creatures that were affected by the Carcosan worms.
That's how much faith I had in my peoples that I could make 12 potions. 12. And I knew everything was gonna be alright.
Okay, so you created 12 potions, 3 of which are mysterious. The other 9 are lesser healing potions. I'm pointing to Astrios, and then pointing to Uldil. Uldil did pick up the corpse of one of the birds that was, or ravens that was attacking them.
Yes, put that in your pouch because I need to identify that later to see if my suspicions were right.
Okay,
Okay.
so you guys head to the pond that once contained the flower
Not,
of...
we're not as far though. We're maybe about 10 feet away from that 5 feet of water.
So you're 10 feet away from that 5 feet of water.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So, what are you doing? And this is as Mirthal and Aiden are discussing.
I'm gonna
Potential
go
compensation
to a
for-
deal. I'm like, get ready because we don't know what's gonna happen. And I go and I toss it into the water.
You toss it into the water. Give me a dexterity throw.
Wait, who was higher dexterity?
Him.
No, mine's just +2.
What's your dexterity? It has to be higher, I want to say.
It
'Cause
has
he's
to
a
be.
paladin.
Well, you and I is a weapon attack. So at the proficiency...
Oh, mine's just +1.
Yeah,
to
so he
dexterity.
by 1. So.
12 plus 14.
14.
Mm-hmm.
You throw it, and it manages. It spins right and hits the shoreline of the 5 feet of water. It breaks, and upon contacting, the water begins to turn red and bubble, and the ground itself as well begins to be I don't want to say cleanse, but yeah, so it begins to rejuvenate, right? And the water becomes clear for a moment, and the ground begins to become actually verdant and green, and plants actually begin to start growing. And as you also did that, where the flower was, a bulb rises. A bulb,
That's fine.
a
Okay.
bulb, not the flower, a bulb,
Okay.
right? That hasn't blossomed quite yet, rises where the flower once was, and then where the grass, where the plants were growing, they wilt and die quickly, but the water remains clear,
So
and the red fades away.
Awesome.
So what are we doing?
We about to be millionaires.
I'm gonna
Badass.
take another one,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna go to where the water's purified,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna try to throw it to the other side.
The other side.
So the water around the area, around the bulb,
Mm-hmm.
can be purified.
Well, the water around the bulb is purified.
Oh, the whole water
The
got
whole
purified
water got
now?
purified. Yes.
Oh, all right. So
It
then.
glowed red and started foaming.
Oh,
like the
because
potion.
I thought you meant
And
when you
then
said the spot where it
No,
hit.
no,
and
no,
then
no.
it
The
hit.
spot where it hit, that's where the grass, not grass, but the plant life started to grow.
Gotcha.
But the plant life wilted eventually, but the bulb grew, and then the water stayed clean.
What the fuck?
So many questions.
And so as you're looking at that, Aiden, as I said before, I can supply potions if you need it.
Oh, so you guys can see all this going on.
No, we're talking.
No, they're
Yeah.
talking. We're someone
The
else
assistance
different.
would be needed. I mean, greatly appreciated.
Yep. Once I'm running past them, we'll do it. I'm pretty sure they'll me now.
my idea.
I'm
But
I
they
mean,
need to know
I thought about
beforehand.
reproducing it.
in a hurry.
You did.
I need to know whether I should
well-
bother waiting for the morning, or should I just take my chances at night?
Either way, I say you should wait for the morning no matter what. And you need a funny rest in it. And since having it strategized and know each other.
Oh,
Which is going to be important for the battles ahead.
Sure.
I think we should
Right?
go back.
I guess while you guys are talking, I'm gonna say, hey, Mirthal, come check this out.
No.
He said it. He said.
Fuck.
He said it. So he looks up, and then Mirthal looks up as well.
And I go and look.
Oh,
And we begin to approach you guys.
what are you guys talking about?
He has a potential business opportunity for us.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
Compensate you.
All right, let's talk about it over here.
Yeah.
I try to get to them before they meet us.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So
So-
because he wasn't by you, like directly
Yeah.
by you, he was about
Because
5 feet.
I
off.
don't.
You don't want him to see
I
it.
don't want him to see
Yeah, I
it,
got
so
you.
I gotta try to meet them
You
halfway.
want him seeing it?
No.
No.
Oh,
I know
okay.
who you're talking about.
Okay.
Ernie knows. Marathon.
Yeah. I was just making sure as a DM. I was like,
no,
wait,
I'm
okay.
trying to get to them before
Right.
they get near us.
Okay.
Okay. So you said you have a business proposition?
Yes.
I do. You see, I'm looking for a full-grown Caucasian worm. I know where it's at. Where
I
it
know
is.
you mentioned
I
the.
have the proper bait for
Uh-huh.
it. I just need to kill it. This bounty has been around for at least a decade, if not more, based off of the parchment it was on. This creature, it would normally be let off and not bothered, but what it has done has caused it to be acquire the attention of some notable individuals in Kingsport.
Basically, all the chaos on the scenes is from the worm itself.
Well, as much as me personally, as much as I would love to help, we have a strict thing from I mentioned the king's name,
Oh, you mean the chief?
I mean
Hrimnir?
the
new
chief,
chief
yeah.
Hrimnir?
Quimir.
Are you talking about the wildlings from Great Oak Hollow?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, if it means anything to you, if we were to kill this Caucasian worm, which is very well could be the thing that's plaguing these lands, they could expand finally beyond their borders. And he could be more indebted to his friends.
I understand
which
that,
I'm assuming
but
you are.
I mean, we're trying to stick to the path like he told us. I'm not trying to venture off.
I'm not going to forcefully make you come on this hunt. But like I said, 1,500 gold per person, and anything else you find along, I will let you keep.
We
I-
can get them now. But
Um,
yeah.
I have a couple questions. What's your name again?
Aiden Blackridge. Pleasure.
Aiden. I'm Astrios. It's a pleasure to meet you. How long does it take this worm to become an adult?
It takes a while. It does, but when it is an adult, its growth does stop.
So, So timetable, about how long? Just guess. How long you think it'll take?
To grow?
Yes.
Oh, at least maybe 2.5 decades.
So how long have you known about this worm?
I just found out about it not too long ago. I'm a fairly new member to the league, but I have proven myself.
So would you consider yourself one of the strongest people in the guild?
In such a short time, yes.
But there are people stronger than you.
Only the ones who run it. And the only reason why they run it is because they don't want to go out in the field anymore. They rather collect an easy.
Okay. So you would assume that the leaders and the best of the best who lead things, when they get their second under, is usually somebody that they've taught or they know that is maybe just as good as them, right?
Yes, if not better. And the only reason why... But they would never admit that, though.
So have they been the same leaders the whole time in this guild?
Any non-elvish chances have passed away, but they do pass away through time. But the ones that are of elvish descent or anyone with a longevity of life.
So why couldn't they kill that when it was younger, when you're not even the strongest and you killed that baby one?
It wasn't even a matter of them not killing it. It was a matter they weren't around. The league, as it were, is quite large. It goes all throughout Loria.
Okay, so if the league is so big
and there wasn't a bounty at the time.
Okay.
Remember, this thing, it killed as a full grown. Not
Okay.
before. It wasn't a juvenile. This is an infant.
Is it?
Yes. And you see he thumbs to his horse that's still following him, by the way. And they don't get much bigger. They only get to be about 11 feet at most.
Oh, 11 feet is kind of tall. It's a lot taller than
If I
average
can handle
people.
1 6 foot by myself, I can only imagine what 3 able-bodied individuals plus myself could do. It's an easy 1,500 gold for you.
I'm gonna do an insight check.
Oh, can I go into about what you mentioned earlier? That he wasn't really up front with certain things about why. Remember you mentioned?
Yeah. Go ahead. Give an insight.
11.
11.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Okay, so he 11 is a low roll on the insight for him, but because he's being so forthright, you see a lot of honesty in his, but he hasn't told you, and he purposely hasn't told you what this thing has done. You immediately sense that he hasn't been told you this, and he's being completely honest. And from when he's saying that the leaders of the league don't go on these missions anymore because they rather collect an easy coin purse because they do get a cut of the overall total bounty, right? He's being honest, but he's also kind of being more modest too. So you get the sense that him being modest about the lack of action from the heads of the league, right, means that these heads are even lazier and possibly maybe even lacking in skill more than some of the people who serve under them because they have become so complacent with their standings.
Essentially, every corporation.
So,
And there's nothing you can do because the only way you can fill a seat is until someone dies, essentially. And even by then, it devolves into a popularity contest because they handle it purely democratically. There's no debate or anything. It's like, all right, we'll all vote for this person to take in, and if they're popular, up they go in, regardless of skill.
I would think you'd be better on your own instead of working for these guys, that are lazy, and you're clearly probably stronger and more, smarter than they are.
Give me, actually, since you did an insight, give me a perception roll too. With
Can
advantage.
I ask you a question? How old are you? I know this is a lot of questions, but listen, you'll get to learn my character. I don't ask these questions with malice
Is this
intent.
Damien saying it, or
No. I'm saying
This
this
is
to him.
Astrios saying it?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm like, listen, I know you're getting bombarded with questions, but I'm not saying malicious intent. I just really want to get to know you, because you could ask them. I didn't trust them as far as I could throw them at the beginning, because I really don't know a lot of people here. So you might say you could lead us to riches and all that, and you can be truthful, but at the same time, there's ways people know how to hide things.
So what are you asking him exactly?
If you had the opportunity to get to the head of this guild, would you do it, and how would you do it?
I wouldn't,
Why?
because I have my own interests.
So why join to begin with?
It's a means to an end, you see. I seek a place where the answers I seek are plentiful.
Yeah, but you can still seek those answers by yourself. You don't need people to actually take from you.
I just joined recently, and I've been saving so I can acquire the resources to make my long journey.
Okay.
And that's it. It's just a means to an end, as I said. What did you roll?
21.
21.
Jesus
And what was
Christ.
this for again? Oh, perception.
Perception.
I need to text you something.
Okay.
Oh.
Wow.
I am texting Uldil.
Oh wow, we got phones.
Over, instead of doing the whispers, I will be texting you if there's something
Yeah.
like, that's like super secretive that I cannot let anyone know pertaining to a character.
Yeah, because after you text him, I'm gonna want to do an insight check.
Give me a roll. Give me a roll.
He said on everything that he just.
Give me a
said.
roll. Give me a roll. Give me a roll.
Come on, man. You know how I am.
Yeah.
Come on, son. 13.
You're
I'm
I'm not gonna lie. The insight roll was 12. So like the DC check to get some sort of pertinent information is 12 for him. You just made it.
Perfect. Yeah, bitches.
Okay, so what you notice is he's being honest. That there is the reason why he's doing this is because he's trying to gather resources for his journey, and something that triggers something in your head is when he says he's going someplace where the answers to all his questions are plentiful. And that's what you gather from this. You seeing what you saw.
Can I if he wants to, can I pull him to the side and talk to him? Just
Okay. We'll first go in order.
Okay.
What do you want to do, Mirthal?
I mean, I'm honestly gonna try and see if it takes the job or not.
Okay. So
So
you're
I'm
willing.
passively-
You're willing. So
I'm
you're
willing.
like a yay for the job.
I'm a yay for the
I'm gonna
job.
pull
I'm
him
waiting
aside
for
because
Okay. So you guys are gonna have your conversation, and while we're having our conversation, but wait to have your conversation.
Yeah.
So you pull him off to the side.
Mhm.
Yes. Yes.
again,
Wow.
you characters don't know this. You know,
Yeah.
you
So
guys-
No,
it's just
no.
whisper.
Yeah.
Unless you guys want to try to eavesdrop.
No.
No. Okay.
Mirthal actually want me to try and pay attention.
Trying to pay attention. Give me a perception. Since you're having a conversation with him, perception with a disadvantage.
Okay.
Okay. What are you talking to him about?
So that's summon. So
Summon.
I probably know it.
You just hear.
What's
Mm-hmm.
you see? Not in a violent motion. I'm gonna say, what's that?
And as you start to reach to it, he smacks your hand away, and he goes, "Just a cut. That's all."
It's not. We've been upfront with you. I don't know you've been upfront with us, but it'll be better if at least I would know. Anything I can help or what? What is that?
Nothing you need to worry about. That's all. Just a cut. I'm fine.
Are
In
you,
my line of work, you get them all the time.
are you and I mentioned what I think he is.
And what do you think he is?
Like a.
Do you want to text me it? Text.
I guess, yeah.
Okay, so you whisper to him via text. You guys, Mirthal and Astrios, begin to have their conversation.
What makes you trust this guy so fast to be willing to do a mission?
It isn't so much that I trust him.
Is that what you're asking?
It's a matter of his
Give
skill.
me.
I'm
Let me roll both of these.
assuming
Let me see how
that
much
he
you
would
can
be a
trust
good
me.
ally to have in the future. At
That's
the very least, he might have the connection to help us
15
along our way.
plus.
It's only good to make friends.
What,
But you won't know anything.
what happens if he doesn't want to be a friend? He just needs us to
Insight.
finish.
He could,
Plus
honestly,
419.
with what I saw, he could already.
He looks
Take
at you
yourself.
and
He's pretty strong.
He
It would take
pulls you
all
over
of
to
us
the
to
side.
fight him.
and he pulls.
I'm
down
not the
on
type who
her
underestimates.
see. Oh, let's look here.
We could probably take him if we had to, but it would be a battle for the ages. I would rather have someone like him on our side than against. And there ain't nothing wrong with making connections, opening doors. It's how you get more information, how you learn things. You're a man who only sees knowledge. Surely you can see the logic behind my thinking.
Of course. But you gotta also remember, I'm also a man who is a realist and lives in the present. There's only really, you saw my chest from one of our good friends now, brother, because I told him something, even if it was aggressive, I told him something that he needed to do, because he wanted to rule, and then he got all butthurt, and look what he did.
Okay. But
And he's supposed to be a good guy, an ally for us.
one thing I learned over my many years of existence, there's no such thing as good. There's no such thing as evil. It's just in the moment.
You'll be surprised.
There are things that will make their hairs in the body curl.
Oh, okay.
Put you in fear. There are horrible things in this
Okay.
existence.
We'll get to that once you're done with the
That won't bother me anymore. After what happened, listen, whatever happened to my family, it happened. But you know what? It led me from a very young age, it happened. And I had to deal with it because of all the shit that happened to me. Because they thought I did it. You remember what I told you?
Yes.
I killed him, but I looked at myself kill him because I was in my body looking at another person who was in my body killing my parents.
Are you saying this out loud?
To him, only to him.
Or
No, only
you
to
guys
him.
stepped up? Okay,
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
make sure.
So, listen, I've seen some crazy shit. Not a lot of things affect me anymore.
I understand that.
So,
And this is why having more allies to come against the chaos helps.
alright.
I haven't told you everything about me.
But when you're ready, but remember, this is on you.
Mhm.
You're leading it. I will follow you. Just like I followed you into the place. We save people. I will follow you. I hope you make the right decision.
Well, it could be wrong. That's why I'm not making it for us. I'm asking your guys' opinion.
I'm always
I
gonna follow
think we
you.
should.
I'm gonna follow you because look what we've got so far. I was a fucking chicken around his head, and we found out what we were doing. So
Honestly, you weren't sitting without your head. You have a lot of potential. You think gardens.
we woke up in a mansion. What the fuck happened? I don't even know if it was a mansion. It might have just been some crazy place. We woke up, got attacked, and we blew. Whatever the fuck happened, we got the fuck out of there.
I blew it up.
He was the one who blew it up, but he's
Yeah.
not here to tell you that.
Yeah.
So
Well, we know that already.
Yeah.
from previous
So,
conversations.
yeah. I'm always down for a good time.
No matter what, we are to resolve our problems eventually.
Yeah.
We all have things to do back at home.
Yep, ain't that the truth? I gotta kill myself.
Are you guys done
And you
talking?
know what? I'll help you do it as much as I can, my friend.
Alright, let's go do this.
Okay, so what you guys are discussing, you go back. You ask him that question that you asked, and there was a bit of reluctance, but he rolled a 19 on his insight, so he could see what your character is, and your character is someone who's honest, right? You are a paladin, right? You are a paladin of the Oath of Vengeance, if I'm not mistaken. And he can clearly tell that you're somewhat of a noble stock, or noble, someone who's honest. And he pulls you to the side discreetly, right? While they're having a conversation. They don't even know. Actually, do you want to roll with disadvantage perception?
I already did.
Well, I know you did, but you.
Sure. Watch me get a 20 and then a 6. First one, 7. I wasn't that far off. Second one, 19.
Damn, so you're the 7. So whatever your perception is.
9 total.
9 total. Unfortunately, you don't quite you see like movement, but you don't see what exactly.
Mm-hmm.
He pulls you off to the side and he whispers, "Not quite," but he lifts up his eye patch, right? And you see like a bright red eye, right? And then he quickly closes it. No, but that's all he shows you. He says, "I'd rather not talk about it." And it's, "No, I'm not what you said I was, what you asked, rather. It's a bit more complicated than that."
We can keep between us. I mean, I don't have to tell them if you don't want me to.
I'd rather be the one to tell them if the question should arise.
Okay, that's fine. Alright, well, anything else, or?
Let's go find out if I'll have some merriment company.
Mm-hmm.
So we end the conversation. We head back towards you guys as you guys conclude your conversation. And he looks at you. "Your compatriot has told me that he would be willing, but since you are traveling, the three of you, it must come to a vote for all three to be willing. Is it unanimous, or will I be going on my own?
Well, what do you think? What do you want to do?
I say,
I have potions.
I can't say that.
I have potions as well.
Say something. Well, what do you think, Mithril?
I'm willing to help.
What about you, Astrios? Or Trey? I'm sorry, God.
Don't sue the son.
Sure.
I'm just here for the ride.
Sure will help.
I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
But
So
at the
it's unanimous?
But at the same token, I will have an eye on you. Because they had to earn my trust. And even then, it was still tough for me to trust them. But we've been through things to earn trust. We will help you, but you do not have my trust yet.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. I'd rather travel with a wise companion than a fool.
Okay.
Or technically, he got his eye on you.
Spoilers!
Yeah, if you have any idea what I'm talking about?
No.
Okay, good.
Oh, what? Do you know what he's talking about?
No, I know.
Oh, okay. Okay, so it's
Oh, the
lost.
whoop! He's getting his penis is getting erect when he goes in.
Yeah, I'll give you a hint. Dun, 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 dun.
Terminal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be something else. I thought it was like
Well,
the eye
if I had
or the
a-
rings.
I'm not saying anything.
Sauron.
I assume based off of that, but I'm not saying.
You don't know. You as Mirthal
Yeah,
don't know, but Ernie can speculate.
Ernie can is a war for
So-
after that.
You guys retreat back to the cabin,
Yeah.
right?
Sorry, by the way, the time difference. How are we close technically to the oak? Where were we going to originally? I forgot now.
You are
Kingport.
Kingport.
You are about halfway to Kingsport. This quest would take you about 6 hours away from it.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Well, either way, he's gonna have to head back after that. So
Yeah.
Wait,
So it would be 6 hours either way, then another 12 hours to
That's
Kingsport.
fine. Excuse me, sir. I'm just gonna take my compatriots real fast, and I bring them with me, and I give you potions.
okay.
I'm like, listen, Ken, you're gonna work with him. Don't take his potions.
Okay.
Take these potions. But I'm doing it in a way so he doesn't see. Like I'm trying to
Right.
decide.
Well, actually, while you pull him away, he actually goes to tend to his horse, and he's actually starting to cut up the Carcosan worm that he has on his horse, and he starts actually filleting it and like cutting it to small pieces.
Nice.
More chances.
Okay, so I give them.
Yeah, exactly.
What do I have? How many?
You gonna give us like that mystery?
Press
I'll give you-
X like 10
or
times.
Yeah.
No, I'll give you. I'll give
We have
you
11
three.
now.
I'll give you 3 potions.
Lesser.
Lesser.
3 lesser,
Lesser
3
three
lesser, and 3 lesser.
But you're keeping the mystery.
I'll keep the 2 mystery ones. Yeah.
2 or 3.
2 because I
you
used
threw
one.
one. Yeah.
So I have
Okay.
3 lesser potions. Yeah.
I mean, I am a healing guy anyway. I can
Somewhat.
healing hands.
I,
yeah.
You only have a certain amount per day.
I'm gonna
I know.
ask you for that bird.
Huh?
I'm gonna ask you for that bird.
I'm gonna do this in the campaign, by the way.
Okay.
So, my character's digging in his pants, and right from his crotch, he takes out the bird.
That's gross. Okay.
It smells so pungent.
It actually smells somewhat better.
Here you go.
So he hands you the bird. You
Oh.
see him reach into his pants, pull it Al Bundy style, pull it out, and just drop it in your hand.
And can I throw in little effects? Like, you see like some pubic hairs
Yeah,
and
it's
stuff
disgusting.
I'm
gonna- I'm gonna go.
Some curly hairs off of it.
I'm gonna
That's
go. I'm
gross.
gonna get on the wolf,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna try to identify this bird.
Identify the bird as a ritual for 10 minutes,
Yeah.
or are you in the
Ritual.
lodge?
Where are we?
The
right
wolves
now?
are in the lodge.
Yeah. So
Okay,
yeah,
so you're on the
By
wolf
the
in the
time
lodge.
people
For
are taking
10
it to
minutes,
prep,
you see
yeah.
as you guys enter, he begins to follow you guys, and he actually closes the door behind you guys, and then just goes off to a corner and begins to meditate.
What happened to his horse?
He left his horse outside.
That's messed up.
Bring the horse in.
He doesn't bother.
Okay.
And he begins to just meditate.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
Jedi style meditate.
Okay, I'm gonna need
You
to
begin.
see.
You spend 10 minutes identifying. As he's doing the identification, what are you guys doing?
I'm asking a rest and get back.
You're gonna rest.
Yeah.
Okay, so you go back to your 4-hour long rest,
Yeah, I
and
need to
you just
meditate
you
as
meditate
well.
as well. What about you, Uldil?
You said there's been travelers here and there. I mean, I doubt there's anything, but I'll just investigate more of the log, I
Investigate.
guess.
All right, give me an
Yeah.
investigation roll.
Why not? 19.
19. You don't find anything of use in this cabin, or this lodge rather. Everything here seems like it came with the lodge. Like whoever was the original occupants of this lodge, they brought what they brought, and given the state of Fluke Mire, they either fled or they died. One of the two. You don't know which.
And this is the whole log? Like
The whole lodge. There's nothing of use that you find that you can actually like loot and take. Everything, you know.
Okay.
The bedspreads on the mattresses are tattered. The mattresses are soiled covered in fungi.
Okay.
Right?
So
There's nothing here that's actually, you know, salvageable or lootable. What does catch your eye though, and it's nothing of great import, is the wood plank that had the red stuff spill on it from one of his mystery potions. It just stands out because it looks pristine and new and like restored. But that's about it.
how big is that spot?
It's just the one plank.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So whatever a 2x4 looks like.
I'm gonna cover it with that rug that I found.
Okay, so you just cover it with a rug. What do you as the 10 minutes goes by, your identification spell comes in.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing unnatural or magic based about this bird. Whatever afflicted this bird, it is purely something potentially found in nature, not in the Arcana.
I still have some of that healing water in my can.
Are you telling your character telling that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
He,
we're
see-
all
he,
in.
he walks up to you and he's like, "I do have some healing water."
Okay.
See what a little splash does.
Okay.
Okay,
And
so
not
you,
all of it, but you know.
you just do a
just
splash, like a little drop right on there.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Okay, so don't waste the mystery potion then.
The mystery potion functions differently though.
I know, that's what I'm
Clearly,
saying.
it's more powerful.
Yeah,
than
I was saying
healing water.
don't waste it. On this one bird. Unless you want to test something, but
Is there anything magical about the eyes? About the eyes?
The eyes? No, nothing. Nothing about this bird is magical. So you can assume whatever's afflicting it could very well be nature based.
when we exit out here, let's keep our eye on that bulb that sprouted.
Oh yeah.
Don't forget about that.
What the fuck here is causing nature to behave this badly?
He kind of gave you a clue about it.
Yeah.
I know the big worm,
And Mirthal told you that too.
but is that an 11-foot worm really causes that much chaos
And it's
into the
offspring.
forest?
And there's a
Well, the worm goes into the ground.
just
and
as
around
a
the-
note to the DM, just so you guys remember, he did say that the Carcosan worms, right, even the juvenile or the infant ones, right, emit some sort of like spores from their body.
And remember how
And if
we
you're
came
of
in here?
small stature, it will afflict you. So that's why he said, as long as you're not a gnome or halfling, you should be fine.
When we first grabbed that dragon bane,
Give it more
when there was spores in the air that you mentioned, that was blocking from where I can hear that sound coming from.
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably spore from that worm. Maybe.
I can't confirm or deny.
Is there any black tar around? Like any tar, the same tar that we've seen from our people? Is there any around?
The black stuff from before?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, that grabbed the wing, I guess, and remember you mentioned the thing that came out of the water when the bird or something like
No, that was just you didn't see, you couldn't see what it
I
was
felt
it
it,
was
though.
you couldn't see what it was, but it seemed like it was some sort of aquatic animal that just ate whatever came up to the surface or hit the surface of the water. Very slowly too. Like very lethargic in its movements.
Alright, I don't know what to think of this. I've never seen an animal that's not affected by magic be able to have his eyes outside of its head and it stay there.
I mean, you haven't done much to this bird.
I mean,
I mean, if you're done with Charlie, I can put him back in the cage.
I'm so done.
I'm gonna open the bird up
You're gonna dissect it?
Yeah.
Okay.
How you gonna do Charlie like that?
What
because
are
I
you-
want you to put healing water on his organs.
So you begin to give me a nature. Oh no, medicine roll. This is a medicine roll.
Where's higher medicine?
Hold on, I'll tell you right. Oh, I went to equipment to check my medicine. Stupid nigga. I have +3.
+2. Okay.
Groovy.
If you want to help me, give him advantage.
Okay, I'll help you.
Okay.
No, he just rolls again though, right? Yeah.
21 total.
21 total.
Yeah, the first one was a 2.
You inside, as you begin to cut this thing open, it cuts open and spores are ejected out of its chest, right? Fortunately, because of your stature, as he said earlier, you're unaffected. If you were rolling as a gnome or a halfling, you would have to roll some sort of constitution.
Even if you kind of inhaled it or
you're fine because of your size.
Oh.
Because of, like I said, because of your stature, you're considered a medium-sized creature.
Would I know
You're
what these...
not.
Okay, keep going.
Nature check if you're looking for what these spores are.
Yeah. To see if I know.
Did you already do a roll to see what a Carcosan worm is?
No,
No,
not
he
yet.
didn't.
Give me a roll, just a natural
Yeah,
20
I
roll.
don't think he knows, but I know about
He
it.
doesn't know. I know he rolled a 0.
11.
11. You have heard tales in your world of a Carcosan worm, but they were relegated to myth and folklore. Give me a roll to see if you know what if you.
19 total for the nature, right?
The nature.
Yeah,
Yes.
15 plus 4.
15.
Well, 15
The
plus 4.
spores are reminiscent of what you heard of certain fungi do in nature, particularly like cordyceps, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where they infect smaller creatures like insects, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you never actually heard of one infecting a bird or possibly a gnome or a halfling, something of mammalian nature or even avian nature. This is something foreign to you, but you have seen the fundamentals of this before in other creatures.
Well, these spores look like they're from nature. Are you near me? Are you near us?
He's meditating.
Yeah, I'm meditating.
He's
Oh,
meditating.
so he can't hear us, though, right?
I mean, I'm
I
kind of
never-
near you.
Technically, I hear
I
him.
mean, I'm with him anyway.
Technically, I hear him with me saying
How
my name.
close?
Oh, I don't know how close he is.
How close were you to them meditating wise?
I mean, I just went into the corner and started meditating. Depends on where they are. If you call me,
Yeah, if you call him, he can hear you, but
I mean, I'm with him.
it's only been about an
So what you
hour into your meditation.
This, I'll just talk to him. Like, this looks nature related, but I've heard of it affecting smaller animals, but to hear that it affects gnomes and halflings, I've never heard that.
I mean, I want to say evolved, but probably got worse, and now it's affecting.
Or maybe it's just something together. Maybe something, I don't know, like...
But how do we know this fully grown thing that we're gonna go after is not like the queen or the older one or not, just one of them?
We don't. It could, be like the movie Tremors. No.
Tremors? Did you say Tremors?
Remember that with Kevin Bacon?
Kevin Bacon.
Kevin Bacon.
They've been talking about doing like a sequel or reboot or something with him in it.
Well, there's one way to find out.
It was the water.
You dump the water on it?
Yeah.
You dump the water on the body?
But yes.
You dump, like before, you spritz it. And the water reacts to the organs. And where this thing was, this creature's still dead, right? But where the spores had basically created almost like a pod of some sort, the pod wilts away, falls out, and the sinew begins to mend itself. This creature's still dead, but its insides are what it should look like.
I'm gonna give it CPR on his heart.
It's dead. Dr. Doolittle, you are not.
Well, at least you know this water and the flour helps frozen dead, but it helps these things out.
So then what do you think the potion would do? You think it'll bring back to life?
Maybe, most likely. But you want to waste a potion?
No, but I'm just thinking. Is this like a cure for this disease? Because if it affected the spores and it was able to do all this and turn this back to normal, can that water help people before it becomes too late of a change?
I think if we mass produce it and then put it into the wild somehow.
No, there's no way to mass produce this in the time we have. The little water we have, we could try on people who look sick if they were willing to try it, just to see what would happen.
So let's find a sick person.
Maybe down on our ventures we'll do it.
Okay.
All right.
So you guys
Let's
conclude?
wait out the night, I guess, until the
Alright.
morning. Yeah.
So you guys go to bed?
Yeah.
So you guys rest, and you guys get your full rest. So all your spells are returned. So
Well,
you're
no,
good.
no.
The first person to awake is, of course, Aiden, actually. He actually awakens, and he actually begins to make a fire, and then all of a sudden, the savory smell of bacon and animal fat fills the air. And it's 8 hours later, you guys get a full rest, and it's in the early morning, like, say 6 in the morning, right?
Where do they got bacon from?
You guys
He
wake up.
probably had it.
You probably had it.
Mm-mm.
You guys wake up to
Oh,
the
wait.
smell,
Yep.
right? And you see him. He's actually over this fire. He's actually cooking up what looks like bacon and eggs and
Bacon.
no bacon, legit bacon. I'm not lying to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bacon and eggs, and he's frying the eggs. It's not scrambler like it was at the inn,
Mm-hmm.
right, or the tavern, and what looks like thick pieces of bread, elvish bread, actually, that you recognize immediately.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go up to Aiden and say, "Hey, homie, how's that Carcosan worm going?"
It's on my horse still, if that's what you're wondering. And no, this is not it.
Nah, I'm just kidding, by the way.
Wait, did you actually ask?
No,
that?
no.
Oh, okay,
Now I want to say, "Hey, homie," you know.
gotcha. Just say.
I'll say, smells wonderful. Where did you get the? You don't mind me asking. Where did you get the food from?
Oh, well, and you see he has a satchel on him, right? And he opens the satchel. Put your hand in. You reach in and it's cold.
Okay,
You
so it's
take
like
your hand
a
out,
freezer
or-
of some sort.
A bag of cold holding. It's how I store my foods as I travel. It's where I'm able to provide this. Your breakfast. And he serves fried eggs, sunny side up, toast, and bacon.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, are they asleep still or no?
Are you guys asleep? Or are you waking up?
I'm awake.
You awake?
I'm waking up.
I'll be making more. And so he begins to crack the egg over the fire because he has almost like a standing like fry station,
Mhm.
right over there, and a flat top. And he cracks 4 eggs, puts them on there, throws on 6 more pieces of bacon, and starts cooking it for you.
Oh, by the way, where I'm from, I'll give you a little hint.
And he's like reaching into this bag, and you see him just reaching his bag, taking these eggs out, and he's putting this bacon out.
I'm gonna give you a little hint. Where I'm from, you gotta do something called bacon, egg, and cheese, salt, pepper, ketchup.
Is
All
that,
in one
is
word.
that canon? Is that canon? Does that exist in your world? Is that canon?
Yes.
Okay, that's canon. Okay, so his world has bacon, egg, and cheese, salt, pepper, ketchup.
You said it wrong. It's one fluid word. Bacon, egg, and cheese, on pepper.
Bacon.
There you go. That's it.
Bacon, egg, and cheese,
Okay,
salt, pepper, ketchup.
okay, he has that in his world. It's canon. It's canon.
It's canon.
It's canon.
Mhm.
So in his world, he has that. So if any of you do share the same world in the future, remember that's canon.
Okay.
You know what's funny? Because I'm going to say that same joke, too. I'm like, oh, I'm going to have a BEC.
And so he's cooking. He's frying the egg. And he's cooking. And he says, "Grab yourself a plate. Don't be shy.
Now I want bacon, egg, and cheese.
I'm already almost done eating it, by the way.
You're
I'm just
scarfing it down. You scarf it down. You
It's
like
good.
Yeah,
Thank
you inhale it. Give me a constant. No, I'm just kidding. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. It's poison. No, you're fine. You actually inhale. You're like, are you still hungry or are you still long?
No, I'm gonna say, well, thank you, Aiden. That was really good.
You're welcome. Least I can do, you're helping me out.
Mhm.
And you see, a few minutes goes by, and he serves both Mirthal and Astrios breakfast.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. And how does Astrios respond?
Thank you.
You're welcome. And something you guys notice, he doesn't cook anything for himself.
Not hungry?
No, not at all.
You had an early breakfast?
You could say that.
I did. So did you have early breakfast?
Yes, I did.
What'd you have?
The same thing you're having.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys consume your breakfast. Doesn't take long. He unlocks the door and he heads out to his horse, which is still there. And you notice something differently as you guys peek through your peripheries. You notice that his horse has the cut up Carcosan worm. What was once 2 pieces of a 6-foot worm is now more delicately trimmed. All useless stuff was thrown, useless pieces were thrown away and discarded. So the essentials were kept with this worm for bait. So what was a 6 foot worm has now been reduced to maybe about 4 feet.
Okay.
So you can surmise that the rest of it could be very much fat and guts and innards, that type of thing.
Are these ones cannibals?
They do not eat their own now.
So why would you making bait for one of them? Or is this bait for something else to get to the big guy?
No, they're not cannibals, but I can hide the scent of it and trick it into eating its own. And you see, he one thing I forgot to say, but you notice he was collecting the bacon fat from breakfast.
Smart man. Okay.
Alright.
Are you gentlemen ready, or is there anything you need to do?
I will send the hot one.
Okay, so it takes 6 hours to travel to this location. Would any of you like to do anything like a perception roll or anything like that?
Is there any more earlier or no?
Yeah, that's what I'm offering.
You already know.
There's no combat, but
You already know.
Yeah.
I'll do one.
okay, all of you perception. Or nature.
8 plus
16.
12.
Wait, who did what? You did what?
16.
16? What did you do?
12.
What did you do?
I didn't know.
Oh, nothing? Okay. 16? So, 16, you do notice what looks like the blood, the dragon bane, right? You're not familiar with it, right? But it looks similar to what he was harvesting. You notice, as well, more dragon bane, too.
Sure, it's
Oh, and something else you notice as well
yes.
is you notice there are markers, like they're like tall, like sticks almost in the ground, like or in the water, right? Leading as if someone had put like almost like anchor points, right, in the ground to mark where it may be safe to travel.
Well, I'm gonna say 2 things. Sure, I think that's Dragon's Bane right there. And Aiden, what are those stick markers things?
It's so if one of you get knocked off from my sight, we can go to it and not drown, and also not get lost.
Okay. You want to go collect that Dragon's Bane?
Sure.
So you're gonna go collect it?
Yeah.
At this point, you become quite proficient in collecting the Dragon's Bane. So you collect about another. There's not much, right? It's not as much as that one tree. You collect about, I would say, another 8 lesser potions of Dragon's Bane.
Okay.
Yeah. So that in total is 2 cure-all potions.
So I got 2 Dragon's Banes?
Yeah, 2 servings of Dragon's Bane, essentially.
Okay, so I got 2.
Okay. Let's continue.
Okay, so as you begin to ride, as you're riding, you begin to notice something about this swamp, right? Or the flyer loop. Fluke Mire. There we go.
My alert?
Not Mirelurk. That's why I got confused with for a second. Fluke Mire. And not Merklurk. Or Merklork.
Merklurk.
That's a shout out to you, John, if you're listening. Right? John Cassis. Okay. It's not Merklor or Merklurk. Fluke Mire. And so what you begin to notice is you see a lot of corpses, right? But these corpses are ravaged by fungal matter, right? Like these, like the ravens and the crows rather, and deer, right? All sorts of fauna are dead, but they have like this fungal matter growing out of it.
Have they been eaten?
No, not yet at least.
Aiden, stop real quick.
Yes, I'd rather not.
Those corpses.
Yes.
You want to do that thing with the thing that we talked about with the corpse?
Sure. I'll do that.
So are you letting him watch you guys go to there? Or is there anything you want to ask?
I'm going to try to dissect this deer because there's something that we have acquired that I want to double check on, just to see if something might work.
And I
Go ahead. You give me a medicine roll for cutting this deer open.
And I need to unleash the dragon real quick.
God.
No, I mean
12?
like and then the campaign.
Oh. So your character begins to release its spells.
12.
As you do that,
Don't say that.
okay, go ahead.
12.
12. It takes you a while. It's not the best. It's not quite as well as the raven or the crow. I keep saying raven. Crow.
That's my fault. Sorry.
It's all right. The crow. That's right. Unlike the crow, you begin. I'm trying to think of what's gonna happen to him.
Wow.
You gotta pull her right up the stream, bro.
You begin to cut it open, and out pours what looks like an egg.
Oh.
And in this egg, it's a transparent egg. You see what looks like a miniature version of the very same thing that was in the back of Aiden's horse.
I take the egg and I throw it to Aiden.
Aiden recognizes it. Let me see. 7 plus. Let's see what it is. 7 plus.
This is gonna get interesting.
Actions. Here we go. 7 plus 8. That's 15. Yeah, that's more than enough. Okay. So he pulls the bladeless hilt of his sword, and it activates, and you see zoom, this light eject from it, and he cuts it in half. And as he cuts it in half, you hear like a little bit of like a shriek, right? And the two halves just fall into the ground and just begin to slowly wither.
That's what I think they look like. I'm trying to remember. I'm like, I know he's describing them, and I see exactly what they look like. They look like the little motherfucking aliens that come
Face
on
huggers.
No, not the face huggers.
The chest burster.
The chest bursters.
What's her face up?
No, face huggers are the scorpion ones.
The face huggers, and then it turns into a chest
And then it
burster.
turns
So what
into a
happens? The
chest
face hugger
burster.
latches onto the face, injects with the embryo.
Yeah, because
Then-
the face huggers always die
Yeah,
after
they inject the
and they
embryo.
live the chest burster.
Yeah. You,
Wait, hold on. This is to the DM.
Yes.
There's something about my character I never told you about though.
What?
When I went to release my bowels,
Yeah.
I have urinary retention, so my
Oh,
character
so
says,
get out.
my character
no,
says,
no,
"Damn
get-
it, not again," and it won't come out.
Get out.
So I'm
No,
just like,
don't even. Don't even.
That's a good one. That was a good one.
That was a good one. Actually, let's roll to see if your character does have urinary retention. Or a shy bladder, rather. Let's roll. High is good, low is bad.
Anything high above 10
Uh,
or no?
1 through 9, 10 to 20. You let it out. Like, you've been holding it for the past several hours. And you
We
just
both
let
real
it
bad
out.
at this.
And as you're peeing, he cuts this and he looks at you and he says, "No, you fool!" And as you do that, you do. Give me a dexterity roll.
Saving throw?
Dexterity roll. Just a saving throw. Yes, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh man.
Oh my god. Why? Why? This was supposed to be peaceful until you guys got to the thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I heard, but
Yeah.
yeah.
This is why.
Yep.
Wasn't me this time.
No.
I know. I'm surprised.
Dexterity.
Wait, hold on. I got a thing. I think. Hold on. I thought I had something that actually.
Come on. What is it, Uldil? Uldil.
What, are you a paladin?
Yeah, he's a paladin.
Yeah, no.
Level 3, you don't have the aura yet.
Oh, he had +1 only as his dex. So,
Yeah.
it'd be +1. So, I'll go into your roll.
Uncharted.
18
18.
in total.
Uncharted.
Oh, okay.
17 plus 1.
You recognize this immediately.
Yeah, I heard that.
Remember the fish you saw earlier? It tries to jump up and grab, but you suck it in, and plus back up quick enough. This thing actually winds up getting beached onto the ground and is like sloshing on the
How
mud.
big is it?
Maybe like 4 feet.
He was about to eat my penis?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try.
Yeah, he's about to try and bite your worm.
So he's in the floor right now.
He's on the floor right now, yeah. You take your weapon. What's your weapon? He too late. Give me an attack roll.
Why? You want it? I might miss if I roll a 1.
Yeah, you stab yourself now.
Oh, damn.
What is this? Just
Attack roll.
Attack roll. So add your weapon roll.
natural 1.
No, it's not.
I missed.
He circumcised himself.
Ah,
He didn't
fuck,
get it.
I'm
No,
done.
I'm done. You miss. You swing,
There you go.
but in the adrenaline of this, you're not thinking, and you swing, and you hit the ground. You cut off like the catfish like whisker on this fish's face, but you don't destroy kill the fish itself, and you miss like the fish itself.
There you go. Okay, what do you want to do?
We've been testing on dead subjects.
Oh,
It's
okay.
a lot.
You want to take my water out?
I'm recommending put away your instrument.
Okay. Now I'm gonna take the water out.
No,
Okay.
no. Stop talking to me with your dick hanging out.
His dick's in.
Look,
His dick's
it's in.
His dick's
Oh,
in.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna do the thing with the thing.
Yes.
If someone
Okay.
animates this later, this is gonna be great.
Here, Mike, I'm gonna do this. Look.
He's gonna go.
So you're spilling on top of the
Yeah.
fish?
Mhm.
Nothing on the surface of the fish.
So I put
The potion.
no. I put some water in his mouth.
As you put
So
the
you can
water in
swallow
its mouth, it begins to writhe violently, right? And as it writhes violently, this black, like viscous material begins to ooze out of its mouth, right? And its eyes are no longer clouded, and it looks normal. But it's still like flopping on the ground.
Was it the black stuff?
No,
we've
no,
seen?
not the same
Okay.
black stuff. No,
Yeah,
that stuff.
can't
This
be
black
said,
stuff.
yeah, no, it's
This
not.
black viscous fluid does not look sentient. The black viscous fluid that you encountered very much looks sentient because it knew of your presence, especially if there was something magical around.
Okay.
We have 2 options. One, we let it suffer on the beach as it's nice and good now. Or 2, we put it back in the water, but it's gonna turn back bad again probably. So put it out of its misery, or put it back and make it evil again.
Schrodinger's cat.
That's 2 options you have.
I can't in the water.
the water?
I can't in the water.
You kick it in the water.
Yeah, I'm not
He
gonna waste
kicks.
time
He
anymore.
begins to kick it in the water.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to react to it? Astrios, do you want to react to it?
Yep.
Okay, what are you
I'm
gonna
gonna
do?
try to kick his foot straight down. So he's
So
boom.
you stomp on his foot
No,
like
I'm not gonna stomp, but I'm just gonna
you
like,
put it. Yeah, Sekido style.
Yeah.
You
On the
block it.
fish?
no, on
No,
him.
On
Oh.
him to stop him from kicking in. So give me a roll.
I'm gonna do that too.
You did.
I'm
yours.
gonna double stop him.
Nah, give him advantage. Fine. He gives me
Okay, I'm
advantage.
gonna give you advantage.
14.
I don't resist, so you automatically succeed.
Oh, he doesn't resist. Okay.
Yeah.
So you kick his foot away.
I'm like, hold
This
on.
thing is still like flopping on the ground.
I'm gonna grab a vial. I'm gonna grab some water, contaminated water, and I'm gonna put it back in his mouth. I want to see something. I want to
Okay.
see if he rolls back, and then I'm
Sure.
doing it again. You never just go for one time.
Nothing happens.
Okay.
He doesn't change back.
Doesn't change back.
It's the floor, not the water.
Yeah, but Mike, you get into the waters. If it's getting into all of nature here, it's obviously gonna be the water eventually.
Yeah, once they're close enough to the creature friends. So if my news and love it, I print it out at all times.
Oh yeah, I know. I just want to see if this water that we have
It doesn't take
stop
about
from
to
getting
care, right?
contaminated. Yeah, so I throw it back in the water.
And you throw it back in the water, and it begins to just you just see it begins to just sink back into the depths and just disappear.
Mm-hmm.
Wow!
Yeah,
All
well.
because you tried to pee in the water. We
You
got
saw
some
the
more lore.
mystery.
We get more lore.
Hey, hey, that's not a bad thing.
That's D&D.
Yeah?
So
I should piss more often.
Yeah.
as
If
do
the
we
more
continue
in the
back,
journey,
do we
you
continue to the lair of the Carcosan worm?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so after this excursion, you continue to the lair of the Carcosan worm. It's another 3 hours, and then you arrive at the lair, and what is assumed as the lair.
Fuck! That's right! God damn it!
I told you.
Yeah,
You
I know.
but you did check the corpse, so that egg rolled out, remember?
But yeah, we sliced it off.
And you
then we
sliced it
didn't
off,
check
and
it
then
off
it
after that.
it withered
He
away.
wanted to check though the corpse. That's why I mentioned all that. Is there any other dead corpses around us that we see? I mean, it could be.
Give me a perception roll.
Oh, I'll make a dead corpse right now.
With disadvantage.
Huh?
Perception disadvantage.
I'll help him. No, I can't help him with perception check.
You could. It would make it
16?
regular.
Oh, disadvantage?
Disadvantage.
Can I help you? Oh, alright, too late.
11.
11.
13.
13.
Yeah.
You don't see any corpses. You do see similar fungal matter, but just a lot of it as you get closer to this lair of the Carcosan worm.
Okay.
So you arrive, and Aiden, as soon as you arrive to the mouth, Aiden looks at you, and he goes, I'll need some time to prepare.
I think we all do.
And well, do what you must, and when you're ready, let me know. And so he begins to take off the sheets of Carcosan worm meat, and he takes out the bacon fat. He begins to heat it up, and goes to work on the meat.
So, what do you want to do?
That's what I'm asking everyone.
Did you see what the fuck happened? You didn't see what happened, right? When I took the potion? You didn't see what happened.
You didn't tell me. No.
The water, you mean?
The water cleared,
Mm-hmm.
and the spot, because I hit it on the shoreline cleared up, plants grew, they withered away, but there's another bulb of the flower, I assume, that appeared.
So it restored everything?
I don't know. We left, but the potion cleared that area, and a bulb came out.
So we might have a way of infinitely growing that plant.
Or we might have a way to get rid of these monsters without really getting into
could
combat.
The better.
Well, we would have to kill the monster and then we could cure everything.
Well,
Because otherwise, it'll keep reinfecting after everything's cured. That's what common sense would dictate.
yeah, but if I throw it there and it constantly makes that spot purified, unless they leave,
Well,
they're gonna get
you
cured.
said it cleared up that whole area, right?
Yeah.
So they'll be cured. But then if the spores come again, they'll be infected again.
Yeah, but they can't get in. That spot was not touched, remember, by spores.
Numb from the environment. The environment is clear, but if you reintroduce the thing again, it gets affected by a new source. So the old source would be completely gone.
So you should have to kill everything?
So we would have to kill the cause of the infection, which would be the worm.
Mm.
Then once the worms are dead, you completely cured the forest, and you have done this world a great service.
All I want to know is, where's my man Charlie at though? You still have the bird?
You put it back in your pants.
No, I don't think you ever give it back to me.
No, I never give it back.
Oh, I thought he put it back in. Oh, my bad.
No, you don't have Charlie anymore. He's just there chilling. With his organs healed up, but
He's dead.
but we gave him some place to sleep. He's sleeping in a lodge. His eyeballs all fucked up. But
No, his eyeballs were repaired. Sorry.
No, see,
I mean, he's sleeping anyway.
I mean, what a good place the rest of the lodge.
Rest in peace, Charlie.
R.I.P. Charles.
2019 to 2020.
Charlie the Raven. I'm done.
2020 to 2020.
So what are you guys doing to prepare for this?
Just getting everything ready. Make sure they got their potions and all that.
The place where, what is it? Just an open field or what?
It's actually a forested area, right? And this small cave, right, that has an opening, and around the cave is an opening. But you notice that there's like fungus growing around the mouth of the cave.
I'm doing an investigation.
Give me an investigation.
Word. That's more.
12, not the best.
12. The fungal matter that you've been seeing now looks very familiar, reminiscent of what you found in the deer, right? And as you progress, you begin to find the fungal matter looks the same. It's very consistent in its appearance. So what you can surmise is that this very well may have something to do with the Carcosan worm.
Now, this cave, I'm guessing the Carcosan worm, well, we don't know yet, but it probably is inside.
I mean, you can ask Aiden.
I mean, why don't we just torch the whole cave up?
It's a cave. Stone doesn't catch on fire. Very well.
You know, we never tested though. The spore dust gas thing, does it catch on fire?
You can test it out.
I'm gonna check that out. I'm gonna take out my torch.
Okay.
Well, wait.
So
I didn't light it up yet. I'm just taking out the torch.
I seen you do that.
Wait.
Don't do that.
No. I just took out the stick. I didn't light it
You
yet.
didn't light it yet.
I know.
I'm gonna ask Aiden.
No, don't do that. Because if these spores ignite, These spores are all around us. We will die.
Not only that, you
It goes from being Fluke Mire to the great burning plains of something.
Oh, do we light up? Boom, 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 boom.
Welcome to the first episode of Eternal Nights. I'm your DM.
This thing just started. Crisis on Infinite Earths.
I am the anti-monster.
Alright, never mind. I'm gonna put the torch back.
He says, "Don't," and you put the torch back.
Alright, well, I'm ready whenever you guys are.
I'm ready.
You guys are ready?
Ready.
So Aiden finishes preparing it, and he puts one on each shoulder. I'm gonna need you to cover me, as it were.
Got it. I cast armor act on
You
my
cast
sword.
armor back at this
Summon
time,
my sword.
and you summon your sword. You draw your sword out, or
My daggers ready.
daggers ready, and he ventures into the lair of the Carcosan Worm. I love saying the Carcosan Worm.
The Coco said, "Well."
And he ventures in, and you follow. And as you're venturing, you see that there are. It's not a spider web, right? But the pattern at which the mycelium that grows from the fungal matter reminds you of a spider web, right? And there is decayed life embedded all throughout the wall. Birds, deer, and you recognize this, potentially the other hunters that came for the Carcosan worm are all embedded into the wall. Their corpses covered in this fungal mycelium. The corpses themselves don't have any fungal matter on them because they clearly cannot be infected by it.
I gotta take a mean piss.
But go! Don't announce it, just go. Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was talking in character.
Yeah.
Like, not again. Like, you almost need a dick. Adolf. Adolf? Yeah.
This Carcosan worm was almost taken over.
The fish almost ate off the meat.
That would have been very interesting to play a eunuch, Ash.
My God.
Uldil, the eunuch. Yeah, so what you can surmise is the corpses of these failed hunters plastered the wall like almost alien style to the hive, like on this wall. What do you guys say to this?
I'm at the ready. I'm not saying anything. I'm
What
on
about
guard.
you? You see this? Do you want to take a sample or something?
Not right now.
Not right now? Okay. So, as you continue, you give me perception rolls.
Okay.
15.
That's a 21.
Oh, are you fucking kidding me?
What, 2? Yeah.
So 6.
3.
Oh, wow. You don't hear it, but you and Mirthal and Aiden hears it, and they hear what sounds like something burrowing through and vibration. What do you want to do?
I'm running as soon as something pops out.
Aiden is continuously just walking. It seems like he's not even paying attention to the vibrations, as if he's intended. His intent is to go to this thing's lair.
Okay.
And so you do finally reach upon this long path of complete, almost darkness. You guys come to the end, and there's a slight opening, right? And is a vast arena of sorts, right? Of just death and decay and this fungal-like matter, and those eggs that you saw previously are all sprouted around this arena, just on the walls and everything. It looks like a big hatchery of sorts. And resting in the middle of the hatchery is about a 15-foot, not 11 and a half like Aiden thought, but a 15-foot giant worm-like creature.
Just coiled up?
Coiled up.
Good question. Actually, it's more of a statement. If you want to see if all this will blow up, let's get ready to leave. And
Go ahead.
Are you down for that, Aiden?
Aiden looks at the bait in his arms. He goes, I don't know if it's gonna work. I don't know why I'm whispering, but he's whispering, I don't know if it's gonna work.
We can try what we got to lose.
Death, usually.
If we fight this guy head on.
Have you seen that size of it?
It's a bit bigger than what I was told, but granted, this bounty is quite old, so I'm not sure yet.
I mean, the bit you're trying to do, I can just chuck the torch, and then.
I mean, we could see.
What does your companion say about that?
I say we need to fire the last resort.
Hold
Okay.
on, let's see if Aiden.
That if
has
shit
any
goes wrong,
spells.
the fire will hold it back while we escape.
Okay.
And if the fire goes wrong, we'll hopefully be far away before it consumes us as well. They can burrow underground. It'll probably get away from it.
Well, that's why if you do it now and it works.
If we do it now and it burrows, we lose it and we have to find it again.
Actually, you never did your thing, right? You ignored the dream.
Yeah, I didn't touch the thing.
You ignored the dream. You
Mhm.
didn't ignore your dream.
No, I did
and
not.
you didn't ignore your dream.
What dream?
The dream you had where you drank from the fountain in the forest clearing. Remember the first session we did that we didn't record?
I don't remember the dream now.
Mm-hmm.
So what happened was you came to a forest clearing. You saw a well, right? And the well had this iconography on it of the various species that exist throughout
I remember that. Yeah.
the universe. You drank through at this well, and then that's when you woke up in the mansion.
Okay.
So I need you guys to give me, I can't even say wisdom saving throws, but give me wisdom saving throws. Give me the modifiers for wisdom saving throws. Sorry, that's not so good.
Well, no, that's 12 or 19. That's 19.
Right, damn nice.
So
Are we all getting that old?
19.
Can't see the
So
numbers on dice.
30, 20. No, because that one has a weird design. It almost is at 12. You have to look at there. It's dwarven runes.
Nice.
So.
Did you get it from the Dwarven Forge guys? Or?
No, I actually got it off of
Nice.
19.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Plus,
Wisdom?
you don't get the 19's more than enough.
So 30, 20 for me.
Okay, so you guys have this. You guys don't do anything, but there's a strong sense of compulsion.
Mm-hmm.
You okay there?
I know, I was ripping ass. That's why.
Okay. You get this strong sense of compulsion to go in the direction of the Carcosa worm. You don't go towards it, but there's this, there's something there that's like humming in the back of your head, right?
I'm at the mark of the Raven Queen on my hand.
The mark that was on your hand from your dream. There is a slight. It's almost like a distortion in like the air above it, but it's in like a dull throb almost. And the same thing for your mark as well. But your mark differs. Your mark looks like the well that you drank from, right? With like the tattooed ripples of water.
That's fine.
Yours resemble the gravestone with the wings and everything, right? And both of yours responds in the same way. But again, like I said, you are compelled to go to it, but you're not forced to.
I follow what the Queen told me.
Okay. So you begin to step out. What are you doing? You actually notice him begin to like follow his hand, like he's actually like going towards that direction. What are you doing?
I'll follow, but kind of like not far, but I'll follow like a couple steps behind him.
Okay, so you're about like a 1 or 2 feet behind Mirthal. You see your compatriots doing this. What are you doing?
Oh, what are you guys doing? What are you doing?
I must. Yeah, right forward.
He begins to go towards the Carcosa worm.
Mm-hmm.
In the direction of the guy. From what you can gather, it's not active.
Wait.
And you see Aiden's like, what are they doing?
How big is he?
Him?
This character.
He's like, what, 6 feet almost? Yeah, 6 foot. He's an elf.
So he's not that heavy, right?
Nope.
No.
Okay, but before you go, hold on. I got, for some reason, a 5 foot rope.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put it around you.
So he's gonna tie it around your waist. He ties a 5-foot rope around your waist.
You sure? To yank you back.
Why do you feel the need to go there?
Something's calling me.
I'm gonna take out ball bearings,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna throw about 10 of them on the floor in front of him to try to trip him up.
Give me a dexterity saving throw.
They're talking to me to stop walking while I'm throwing them in
No,
front of
I'm
me.
talking to him that I'm gonna do it. I'm telling
you're
you, telling you what I'm gonna do.
Aiden. Oh,
yes.
DM or Aiden?
No, DM. That I'm gonna throw them.
Okay, so you throw them?
Okay, so you won't tell me to stop, you just throw ball bearings.
No, I tell you to stop. You keep going, and I just go.
Okay,
straight to
give
the
me-
ball
Give me a
bearing.
dexterity saving throw.
Alright.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
gonna go around them.
Okay.
So now that
No,
direction.
I told you to stop, but you keep going. So I have no, in my head, I have no choice but to throw the ball bearings.
Well, no, you told me to stop, I stopped.
No, you said I'm compelled to go.
No, you
asked
said that
me a question.
you asked him a
Oh.
question. You didn't ask him to stop. You asked him a question.
That's right.
Do you want to
No,
ask
I
him to
mean-
stop? I'll
but
retcon this. Do you
in
want to
your
ask him to
choice.
stop?
No, too late now.
No,
Might
you
as
sure?
Might as
19.
well. Might as well
You're
suffer.
19, you're fine. So he manages
No,
to
I know
walk,
what
he
he said.
avoid the ball bearings, and he keeps going towards it. He's following behind.
What's
right?
your plan? Because I feel that I have to act now.
Or yes, Aiden's back
Yep.
at the mouth. You guys are probably like 5 feet
I
ahead.
asked
Um,
Aiden.
Aiden?
Stop moving.
Stop moving.
Before.
I stopped moving.
We both say stop moving at the same time. We'll make it simultaneous.
I stopped moving.
And Aiden's... And
And
as he
this time I'm
says
not
this, he
even
gets to say it a
alive.
little loud, right?
Mm-hmm.
The worm begins to shift a little bit. Not quite, but it does shift a little bit. No.
What is he doing?
He's following him, but what do you do? Did you stop when he stopped, or when Aiden's and
Can I somehow tap into that or do a check on that or no? Look into it or
give me just a plain roll?
it's not like it'd be a good roll.
What'd you roll?
Perfect.
A 1?
A 3.
Unfortunately, sorry, no. So what are you doing, Astrios?
They both stopped, or he just stopped.
He stopped. Are you stopping, Uldil? You see him stop.
I'm trying to think because it's compelling me to go.
But it's not
But you're not
forcing you. You
forcing.
have the option. It's not like a charm where you're forced to. You have the option to stop.
I
And
don't know if
because
that's a
you're
good or
immune to
bad
charms,
thing.
because you're Fey ancestry,
Mhm.
you know there's nothing malevolent about it.
Yeah.
Wait, what does that mean?
There's
Nothing
nothing
bad.
Bad, evil. There's no malevolent intent. It's not like the worm itself is causing him to do it.
I'll keep going.
You keep going
I'm gonna put my arm on his
Just
shoulder.
like, but not as at the pace we're going. Like very slowly.
slowly,
Yeah.
I'm gonna put my arm on his shoulder. I think you need to stop.
and you see Aiden just, please hold him at bay. I need to set this up.
Okay.
And you see Aiden goes, and he begins to put the bait down.
So I'll start backing up then. I'll listen to them.
I instantly moved. And then I'm not even breathing. Pretty much.
So he begins to set up the trap, and he puts up a series of almost like climbing spikes, right, and a series of wires, right, thin wire, right, almost like fishing string, and what looks like small makeshift explosive devices, perchance, right? They're like the size of a small coin purse, like the same size that Hrimnir gave you when you guys left.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as he's done, he begins to back away, and he draws out his blade.
I'll draw out my blade too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm waiting.
What are you doing?
My daggers are ready.
Fine.
I take my hand over his shoulder, and I'm like, I look at why he's taking his sword out, and I hear, he said there's movement, right?
Slight. It's not. It's like more like rustling. And you know, he takes out a blade. He doesn't reach for the bladeless hilt. He actually reaches for the long sword on his back. Does anybody have a long-ranged weapon?
No, I can't spell again.
What is your long-range weapon?
Cross. It's not technically long range. I don't know how far I can hit it, but it's farther than
60 feet.
60 feet.
I mean, I have spells.
Both can hit. So, who would rather? You need to hit the worm.
The worm?
Yes.
the Raven Queen buttons.
So you can cast Eldritch Blast.
First,
Okay.
bonus action, Hexblade Curse.
Okay, Hexblade Curse bonus action on the Carcosan Worm.
Yep.
I have a
And
fire
then
spell,
Elder
by the way.
Blast.
And
Huh?
then
I have a
Eldritch
fire spell, just letting you know.
Okay, cool.
Save it for
So that is a 16 plus.
16.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hit.
Yeah.
It's funny because I have a fire blast too.
So that's going to be 6 force damage. Only
How many?
6.
6 points.
Mhm.
You shoot your Eldritch Blast and it cuts through the ground and it goes and it hits this thing with force. And it wasn't awake before, but it sure as hell wakes up now and it begins to uncurl. And as it uncurls, it begins to rise and its head turns in the direction of the blast. And you just see like yellow, 6 pus like spittle just drip from its little like mouth like chompers or teeth. And it just starts moving them like if they're fingers. And it just roars at you. Roll for initiative.
Natural 20.
Oh, this thing's not dexterous. Okay.
23.
Okay.
17.
Well, I don't know how much I would
Now
have,
for
but...
Aiden.
Do I go first automatically?
No.
No.
No?
What's your dexterity modifier?
That's probably not that high.
You didn't say you had like water or something?
There's a
Yeah,
1,
well,
so
yeah.
21. I thought natural 20 would be good.
So
It is good.
it is good. So it would be you. It would be Mirthal. Uldil, Astrios, Aiden, and then
It's
the Carcosan Worm. The Carcosan Worm rolled a 6, and its modifier is now positive. So
Perfect.
it's big and it's dangerous, but it's not quite dexterous.
How far is it?
About 40 feet in.
40 feet in?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna move 20 feet up.
So you move 20 feet up from the mouth of the from where you were. So you're about 5 feet from the mouth. So you move 20 feet up. So you have another 5 feet. You have 15 feet from this one.
Basically, what I want to do is I'm gonna angle myself so that I'm facing right next to the bait, so it has to go for one of us, either me or the bait.
Okay.
And I'm gonna Elder Blast and the other slash would like me right to his face.
Okay. Give me a roll.
And that is going to probably miss. That's a 7.
7.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you aim wide, and as you carve this blast, it carves right into the wall, and it hits one of the eggs, right, or the series of these eggs, and they all pop, right, and they just like the deceased worms that were still in there just ooze down with like the yolk of this egg, and the Carcosan worm just and it looks at you.
That's my turn.
Okay.
Mhm.
Your turn, Uldil.
Let's see. Hunter's Mark.
Okay, you Hunter's Mark it. You have Hexblade's Curse and Hunter's Mark on it.
Oh, that reminds me. Add 3 more points of damage.
For Hexblade's Curse?
Yeah.
So that's 9 points of damage done to it so far.
Mhm.
Okay. How much left is
Sorry about that.
No, it's all good.
Um,
To know now, that's why we don't wind up running into a predicament. Oh, it should have been dead 3 turns.
I'll do a Searing Smite.
You're not next to it though.
Huh?
You're
Well,
not
I'll
next to
move up. I'm sorry.
So how many
Sorry.
feet of movement do you have?
Let me double check that.
You're a dwarf, right? So 30.
He's not a dwarf.
No?
No.
Why I think that? Oh, that's in the name.
Walking
Yeah.
speed. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
30 feet.
So you move 30 feet up, and you're 5 feet from it. 5 feet from the mouth. The mouth is 40 feet. You have you're 5 feet short of actually like a direct contact with this thing.
Okay. Trying to think if I can turn something. I think that's it. I can't change anything to an action. I don't think.
Oh
Damn,
my god! You could turn your action into a dash and cover the last 5 feet of movement, but you'd be right up in its grill. But then again, it is focused on Mirthal.
I'll Instead of throwing the action to waste, I'll do that. I'll move to 5 feet.
Okay, so he moved to 5 feet, and you're right in the same, but it's not paying attention to you. So, is that it?
Yeah, there's nothing else I can do. Yeah, no.
Okay. Your turn, Astrios.
Oh, you heard that? I gotta take a shit soon.
Oh my god.
I forgot this was live. But yes.
Oh well.
I'm going to.
Hey, ruining the folks. Ruining the.
So the worm lifted up, right?
Lift it up.
So it's looking at him.
It's looking at him.
I'm gonna.
You want some of my loving?
Okay,
Yeah,
Drake.
exactly.
Okay, Drake.
And you killed some of his babies just now.
To the
It's
DM,
okay.
do I see anything since I'm up in his grill like that?
You
was
have to
covering
wait till
her.
your turn.
I need to shoot.
Okay.
I need to shoot a crossbow. Crossbow.
Shoot a crossbow.
Yeah,
Okay.
a
Go
bolt.
ahead. Give me a roll.
Go ahead.
Oh man. That's 11 plus 11 plus. What the fuck? Hold on, give me 1 second.
Actions.
Oh, 15.
15. You miss. So this thing, you don't miss. So what happens is the bolt gets embedded on its thick hide, but that's it. It doesn't penetrate its hide at all. It doesn't have any soft tissue, and it's.
Okay. And I'm done.
That's it. Okay. Now it's Aiden's turn. Aiden is going to see what you guys are doing, and he's going to run around the edge of the arena, and he's going to turn facing the wall, the hatchery of sorts, of the eggs. He's going to cast Burning Hands on it.
Nice.
It's just an instant dexterity saving throw for these guys.
Yeah.
So, 3. Yeah, they have no dexterity. So, he casts a 15-foot cone of Burning Hands along the wall, and
You're gonna find out if this thing blows up or not.
Yep.
oh my god, 11 points of damage plus 6, so 17 points of damage along this wall, and you just see a good chunk of it, flames scaling up it, evaporating the eggs, and the Carcosan worm that once focused on Mirthal looks in the direction of Aiden, and Aiden looks at it, smiling gleefully. That's right. This way, you filthy swine.
Okay.
And now it's Carcosan worm's
Perfect.
I better hope you don't hit you.
turn.
I actually wanted to hit.
Yeah, because you got armor agate this.
Yeah.
Okay. The
I
worm
know.
The worm moves 10 feet in the direction towards Aiden.
He's technically.
You get an attack of opportunity.
I'm not gonna take it.
You're not going to take the attack of opportunity?
Well, I'm trying to think. If I was right by it, right?
Yes,
he
and it
moved by me.
slithers past you. Yes.
But here's the thing. I don't know if I want to attack it or what I mentioned to you. Just see what was he on or something behind it or something like that. You gotta try to set something up
It's
close.
up to you. You can decide what you want to do.
Oh, I don't know.
That's on you,
That's
bro.
on you, brother.
Since that and decide, bro. That's how much a turn is in D&D. I don't know. What would your character do?
Huh?
What would your character do? Will you want to hit it? Or will you want me...
I'll wait.
You'll wait.
Yeah, I'll wait. I mean, if I hit him, it's like, what, 6-7 points? It's fine. I'll wait.
Okay. So you decide to hold your... You
Yeah.
know, take advantage of the attack of opportunity. Okay. Combat goes back to the next level.
Okay.
Top of the board.
It's in front of...
It's in
Aiden
front
right
of... No, it's still away from Aiden. It's about... It only moves 10 feet, so it's about like another 30 feet away from Aiden. Aiden moved along the side of the wall. It didn't go a step further.
If the worm is long,
Or 25
he would
feet.
still be by me, his tail or whatever, technically, right? If he's that long, you get what I'm trying to say?
It's it's within your range to attack if
Okay.
you want, but it's not like...
No, so I also want to know. Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
My melee the image reflects the reflection of the beast. It unnaturally moves along the blade,
Okay.
and where the mouth of the wolf is on the handle,
Right.
it follows the blade. I'm casting Mind Fight,
Oh. Okay.
and I need it to make a wisdom saving throw.
It needs to make a wisdom saving throw?
Yeah.
What's the
13.
DC save? 13? 7 plus 0. So, yes, it does not succeed.
8, 7, 7. So that's 14 plus 8, so that's going to be 22.
22 plus
22
9.
psychic damage.
So, it's taken
That's
31
that's
points of damage so far. Okay.
And I'll always know where it is now. It's, our minds are slightly linked.
Okay.
And that's it
That's it.
for my turn. I move a little bit back towards the face.
It's starting to look a little haggard. It's not rough by any means, but there's some serious damage has been done to it within this past turn rather. Your turn, Uldil.
Because you never know. I don't know. Since I was up in its grill, I guess the area he was at, is there, I don't know if that'll be an action or a bonus or, I don't know, but is there, like, anything that I see
Give me. I won't let this be an action.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll give it a freebie. 1 perception roll.
Perception?
Or
Or
investigation. I
Okay,
will say investigation.
Okay. That is 18.
18. Where the worm was nesting,
Uh-huh.
right, or resting rather, there's a series of bones and all sorts of carcass-like remnants,
Okay.
right, and something slightly glowing underneath all the decay, and something that has like a bit of a cyan-like glow to it.
Can I use my 30 feet to, if I'm there, just to go to it?
Yeah, it's you're within like 10 feet of it.
Can I go and actually pick it up?
Go ahead, use an action to pick it up.
Yeah.
So you pick it up, and it's... And the mark on your hand of the well with the rippling water begins to somewhat, like almost like, like if your hand falls asleep, something like that. But use an action to pick it up. Or a bonus action, your choice.
While I'm picking it up, can I, like, just tuck it or, like, kind of wear it? Or, you know what I'm trying to say? Just
There's nothing that, like,
or, I don't know,
you can put it away if you
Yeah,
want.
I'll put it away then.
Yeah, so you put it away into your bag.
Is there a name for it that I picked up, or no? Nothing that I know.
You'd have to identify it, or you
have an experiment.
Yeah, that's an experiment for later.
I'm gonna... I feel like it was only 10 feet. I use the rest of my feet to, like, kind of just move away from the area.
Okay.
Back, yeah.
So as you do that, right, you feel these slight tremors. And out from beneath you, about 10 feet back, bursts out of the ground 2 infantile Carcosan worms, 6 feet in length.
Okay. They're infants and they're 6 feet?
Yes.
Remember the one that he cut was
It's
15.
15.
Yeah,
well,
that
this
cutting
one's
in half.
15. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
6 feet, so. So.
Hey, I grabbed that thing.
Good man. Good man.
Is it your turn on?
Yes, sir.
Your turn. Is
You're up.
So I'm able to. I see him pick up the thing or no?
You see him pick him, yeah.
You just see something glowing that
Something
I picked up.
glowing, and he pockets it in his satchel.
And then you see
And then
2 more
2
worms
infant
come out.
Carcosan worms, which you can assume is infant because they're small for a
Right
carcass.
next to him.
Not next to him, about 10 feet away.
You better save me.
I'm gonna use Firebolt.
Firebolt?
The one to his
Whatever, yeah.
left.
Give me a roll.
Oh, there it is.
You know he's gonna be pissed that you killed his infant, right?
Come on, man.
What'd you roll?
12 altogether. 12.
You just hit it.
Wow.
You just hit it.
Thank God
So you
was
shoot your
infinite.
hand, like Mega Man Buster Cannon style. You charge up the firebolt and you shoot it. Go ahead, do your damage.
Was that smart? Because now that thing is gonna focus on me.
No, I just hit him.
Did I say that its attention changed from Aiden?
No.
Nope.
Yeah. Okay.
You did.
All right.
I just hit that motherfucker. Hopefully those.
And listen, you don't listen to smart. It's fun. and then real cool.
Yeah,
That is all. Unless, you shoot crows when they're not bothering you, that sort of thing. That makes sense.
The only word
7
where it starts
points
to look
of
like a
fire
TP
damage?
Yeah.
7 points. You
Yeah.
blast one of these with your firebolt, and it hits it, and it leaves a massive scorch mark across its thick hide, and right, and it cries out. This thing's looking really rough.
Wait, the big thing?
The little
No,
thing.
no.
Oh, okay.
You shot the little one,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I was like, no, because I thought, because the fucking big thing was getting hurt, so I was like,
No, the big one, you've done 31 points of damage. Well, Mirthal's done 31 points of damage so far.
I'm good for right now. Yeah.
Good for right now?
Alien turn.
Alright, now it's Aiden's turn. Aiden uses his movement to run up to the Kakos and Wan. So he is going to
This
cast.
means I can pretty much do it whenever I want, right? What that means?
Yes, you all can turn to do lots of what.
He's going to cast another Burning Hands.
Okay.
What the fuck?
That's
Well-
easy.
We can see fire doesn't work, fellas.
Fire doesn't ignite the spores, at least.
Yeah.
11. And what's the Carcos and Worms dex? Ooh, it fails. -3. So it has 8. Yeah. So 3d6 on the Carcos and Worms.
Maybe.
6, 5, 11, 13. Plus another 6. 19 points of fire damage. And he winds up using his action to just propel these flames in a 15-foot cone. Fortunately, you're far enough away, but you feel the heat arise from this thing. And before he does it, you see this. You notice this, and you notice this. Sorry, you notice this. He does this weird drawing of these, almost like a rune of sorts with his fingers, right? And it's very rigid in how he does it, almost like if if you have like some sort of like a machine, like automatic, like playing a piano or something, right? And it winds up creating this burst of flames coming from the palm of his hand and ignites this Carcosan worm. Carcosan worm is looking rough.
Perfect.
And he winds up. Does he have anything for his bonus action? No. So that is it for his bonus action. Actually, for his bonus action, he sheaths his longsword, reaches for the bladeless hilt, and activates it. And
What color is it?
it's orange. It looks like the sunlight. And that is it. His turn ends there.
Nice.
And it's not the Carcosan worm turn. Pissed at Aiden. It moves closer. Actually, it's right up to Aiden because Aiden moved to it. It's going to attack Aiden.
Wait, I don't
With
think
a bite
everybody
attack.
saw me pick up that object, or just him?
Just him, I think.
Okay.
Because
I
you're
think he was
preoccupied with the
closer.
I
worm.
wouldn't forget.
Yeah.
But
Oh no!
My nigga Aiden.
He's getting raw food.
It just hits Aiden. Oh my god. So.
Oh, I thought he did that. I thought it was a natural 20.
No.
And he rolled
Yeah,
3
that
d10s
phase, right?
and they were all 10, 10, 10.
I'm ready to hear the legendary action.
Oh! Let's not talk about
Ash, can
legendary.
you stop ruining my fun?
Let's not talk about legendary actions. This bullshit. This motherfucker with 800 legendary actions.
11. So it winds up and
I'm overbladed.
13. So it winds up coming down on Aiden and bites him across the chest, the side of his ribs, and it sinks in, and he's considered grappled now, and it grips into him. He's, you'll pay for that. Carcosan turn. Worm ends its turn. That's your turn.
You bought the little baby worms.
Oh, it's the baby worms. That's right. Thank you for reminding me. You'll be mad at him later. So the worm that was blasted with your firebolt slithers towards you. Actually moves faster than the adult form. It's a bit more nimble, and it moves towards you. And the other one moves towards him. The one that you blast with the firebolt moves towards you. Gets 30 feet, doesn't get quite to you. The other one moves to your range, and it's going to attack you with a bite. 20. Dirty 20. Dirty 20. Dirty 20.
Yeah, he hit it.
Thank God.
Hits.
I have 16
It's
armor
not-
class, yeah.
Not quite as 5 points of piercing damage as it bites you, but it can't grapple you. It's not as
Okay.
it's not a It's not as big as an adult form.
So how many points of damage?
5 points of
Okay.
damage.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it, bro.
The other worm used this movement to get up to you, and it uses his action to finish it, and that's it.
That's the one that was fucked up.
The one that was fucked up is right up in your face. It has like a big scorch mark going across the earth. So, Mirthal, your turn.
My blade basically guides me towards the big creature. So without even realizing I'm already in front of it, my blade plunges into it.
Which one?
The big one.
The adult Corcosaur one?
Hell
Okay. So you use all your movement to get to it?
Yes.
Okay.
16.
16? You just hit. Let's see how much damage you do. Ooh.
13 points of damage.
So how do you like to do this?
Oh.
So my blade.
You gotta realize 31 points plus what Aiden did, and now he's doing 13 points.
Mhm.
This thing didn't have many hit points.
I'm surprised for the worm. It's.
But it has a high AC for its level.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So,
Stab into it, and you hear the wolf howl as the beam come out and bisect it in half.
vertically or horizontally? Vertically?
So
Okay.
that way.
So you, as this thing has Aiden gripped hard, and you see the anguish on his face and the pain, right? And give me a perception roll.
This motherfucker already hit him with Glint Hazard.
Yeah. That's exactly what I'm picturing. 9.
9?
Yeah.
God damn. You hear the sound of, like, it's almost like
God, broke his
teeth
whole
grinding
chair.
on metal, right?
Now it's a ceiling hurt before it got it.
It's the sound of teeth, something hard grinding on metal, and you thrust your blade between the gaps in the thick hide, right? It's almost like the feathering of dragon scales. You find that opening, and you thrust your blade. You twist, and this viscous blood just pours out, and you squeeze and you concentrate on your blade, and there's just a snap of white light as all of a sudden, and this thing just explodes, and from where your blade is to above, there's nothing left, and just giblets of this thing just start raining down from above, and the whatever teeth or jaw was like attached to Aiden is still there. So like its mouth is still attached to Aiden, but there's nothing left. And then you just see the tail just like writhe a little bit and then hit the ground.
The symbol of the Raven Queen,
Mm-hmm.
you see it appear in the air, it dissipates, and it comes into me.
Okay. And then
I
you get
gain
the
temporary
light hit points. It's like what, 6, right? Or
Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
6 hit points?
Yeah.
Okay.
What happened to the baby worm?
They're
It's
still
on
alive.
there.
It's still alive.
They're still alive.
Mhm.
One's looking rough and one's
Just let me know when it's my turn.
one bit you. Yeah, one's
Your turn.
I will hunt this mark that one.
okay.
Attack me.
Okay, bonus action.
Yep. And I'm gonna searing smite with my blade.
Jesus.
Okay.
This will never hurt.
If he hits. It's in the high AC, so hopefully.
What am I adding? Plus what?
Your attack modifier.
Your attack
I
mod.
always forget.
Yeah, so it'll mean the strength and their proficiency.
Mhm.
What is that again?
If you go with actions, it'll be right next to it, it'll be hit.
And then you add the damage for Searing Smite too.
Yeah, once you
The hit DC, right?
D6, I think.
Is that it?
Yes. That's
So
it.
10 in total?
10? 10
Is it?
total to hit?
No.
I'm bugging.
You gotta look for the move, right? And then it'll tell you, right?
Yeah.
On the move.
So they're hitting him with the razor, so it's a plus 4 in
Okay.
a roll.
Uh-huh.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 6.
Oh, so
Six,
it's
so
10.
that's 10.
Okay.
And
hit.
Plus you get
it's a
a-
hit.
It doesn't hit.
Oh, wait.
Unfortunately.
Mhm.
You're close, but
I think that was a 9.
So it's a plus 4.
Okay.
so
Plus what?
13.
Either 10 or 13, I don't think it's gonna hit.
Well, 13 will
12
hit.
it did.
Oh,
it hit
yeah,
with 12. It just hit
13
with
will
12.
hit if it's a 9.
Yeah.
And then plus the spell, right?
And then the spell you roll the damage. So for
The spell will be damage.
Yeah, it was 13 then.
So 13. Okay,
Okay,
so we'll do
so-
13.
9 and... Yeah.
I'll
So
take
you
your
gotta
word
roll
for it.
2d6 for the razor, Plus the sphere is
So wait,
God damn.
2d6?
Yes.
2d6 for the greatsword,
2d6.
plus another d6 for the searing smite.
Yes.
Oh,
So,
so then here,
that's
hold on.
3d6.
3d6?
3,
7, 8, 9,
6.
10, 13.
13?
13 and plus your strength.
That's your strength mod?
Yeah.
So if you look right next to the hit, you see on the right hand side it shows the die plus something, add that plus something.
Timmy, how much did you do with your fireball? It was only what? 10 points damage, you said, right?
Here,
Hold on.
I got it. So, you see over here, bro? You see how it says 2d6 plus 2? So you add plus 2 to that.
Also 15.
So 15 total? That's with searing smite?
Yeah.
Yes.
How do you want to do this?
Woo!
Just want to, just slice it just from the head down.
Okay. So, tapping into your... You let your vengeance, your thirst for vengeance get the better of you, right? And seeing this thing bite you, right? And then seeing the adult Carcosan worm grip onto Aiden, despite knowing Aiden for a short time, you didn't sense him as a bad person, so seeing him in anguish, someone who's not bad in some sort of suffering from something that's clearly evil, potentially, triggers something in you, and you go berserk. It's almost like Guts from the Berserk series in the armor, and there's like a point where your pupils dilate to the point where they're almost non-existent, and you let the rage take you, and you swing your sword, and you cleave this thing in half perfectly, and it just splits open, its innards spilling out as its parts part. And it's dead.
Okay.
There you go.
Never.
Amen.
Your turn.
I look at it.
Fireball again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Right in front of his face.
You know in between the
Yeah, you already
know.
Isn't there a disadvantage if you do a ranged spell attack up close?
How far is it from him?
It's right up in his face.
5 feet? Then you have disadvantage.
I'm a G. I'm gonna
I
go
think he wants to disrespect the worm the way Goku disrespected Khalif.
That's your spell attack modifier.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot me on the actions if fluently. Or cantrip.
Right there, right? +4 or +6 for spell attack.
That's gonna be a
Spell
plus
attack,
6.
plus 6.
12.
You just hit.
12. 6 to 6.
Yeah, so roll that
Christmas?
D10. Right there. I mean, do math into napkin.
2 points of damage.
2 points of damage.
Yeah.
How much did you do?
He got hit with a fireball.
much was it
7. 7 plus
7?
2.
This thing's looking really rough.
And as a bonus action, I'll use healing word on
Aiden?
Yeah.
Okay. So you use healing word on Aiden. Do I roll or does he roll?
I'll roll a d4.
Go ahead, roll. You roll.
Roll a D4. 4 plus
Plus
your
4.
spellcasting modifier.
So that'd be 6, right?
Yeah.
So that's 10. He gets healed for 10 points of damage. And it actually almost heals him entirely.
Nice.
I'm done.
Okay. The worm's dead. So
Oh,
it's
I
now
could-
the other worm's turn.
I can.
Aiden's turn.
Wait, no,
No,
no.
No,
it's-
it's Aiden.
Oh,
Aiden's? Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. Aiden goes
Yeah.
last.
And then it's a worm turn.
Aiden.
yeah, he's already level 1.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we're almost done.
Yeah.
No.
I know. I gotta wait a minute too.
We're almost done. Don't worry, guys. Damn it. Everything is self. Why is Aiden so selfish?
He works alone normally.
Because he's a bitch.
Yeah, true.
He's Batman.
You've been blowing it up.
Yeah, I was OD. I was OD. bitch.
Okay. Aiden uses his 30 feet of movement, and he actually holds a burning hand spell in case this thing decides to.
Okay.
So it's his last burning hand spell. It's only if it comes near him or within 15 feet of him, rather.
Got you.
Yeah.
Now it's the creature's turn.
Creature's turn. The creature is going to be preoccupied with Sir Astrios. 8 plus 2, 10.
10 to hit me.
10 to hit.
What's your AC?
Does he hit you for your AC?
No,
No? Okay. This
my
thing
AC
misses.
16.
This thing misses. It's your turn, Mirthal.
And I know how far away is it from me. Can I reach?
You have to use all your movement.
That's fine.
That's all right.
I
Use all your
move up to it.
Okay.
Yeah, I take a swing at it. Snap, wasn't it? Something.
Yeah, you could reroll. Don't worry. You're meant to go into the trick.
Yeah. And that's gonna be a. Not that high. That's a 9 to hit.
A 9 to hit?
Yeah.
You miss, unfortunately. Sorry.
Yep. And as. No, I can't mean that. Okay, that's my turn.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay. Uldil, your turn.
Attack it. Go up to it. I guess.
You go up to it? Okay.
Yep.
You spend about 10
Sorry.
feet of movement, maybe? Not even.
11 plus.
You hit.
You hit.
You hit.
Okay.
12 it hits.
It's
You
12
gotta get
as a
more than
hit,
one.
so if you get +1 to your modifier, you hit. So is this Searing Smite still active?
Yeah.
And it's your great sword, so roll.
So 3d6 plus
Yeah, I'm
2.
gonna. I gotta roll to attack though.
3d. No, you already
No,
rolled
Oh,
your
okay.
attack.
yeah, sorry.
3d6
3d6. Let me use. Which one is it? This.
plus your attack modifier, which is what? +2? Plus,
Yeah, plus 2.
So +2,
6, 7,
+2.
8,
So
10.
How do you want to do this? It was so close to death that it, like, literally, like, a couple hit points in it.
I'm just gonna tell it go back to where you came from. I don't want to see another one again. And
And like the previous one before, but this time you slice it from downward up, and you cleave this thing in half, and its parts just slide in opposite directions, and it falls, and it begins to writhe a little bit before ceasing. Combat has ended.
there you go.
So,
Mike is a
combat-
fucking scumbag. Not you.
I was about to say, damn, what did I do?
I'm brother
Oh,
Mike.
yeah, he is.
So, combat has ended.
Mhm.
What would you like to do? You did retrieve that orb. What are you doing?
You guys still feel a compulsion out of curiosity?
You still feel you feel a small compulsion towards his direction, and you feel a compulsion to pick up the orb out of your bag. You're not forced to, but you do feel a compulsion.
You
I'll
feel
take
that?
it out like this.
So you take it out.
I feel it too.
You feel a compulsion too.
May I?
So
I
as
touch it?
you touch it, and he's holding it, both of you are whited out. Your vision whited out, and that is what we'll pick up next time.
Ah.
Perfect.